I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Hey, hey.
What's up, brother?
Honored to meet you, man.
man.
Harry Mack.
Absolutely.
Pleasure.
Harry Mack.
Yes, sir.
Harry
Yes,
Mack
sir.
in the building.
Joy to be here with you. My
Harry
name's Harry
Mack.
Mack.
Harry Mack.
How we feeling?
Good name, man. Listen.
Oh, thank you.
We are ready.
Beautiful.
We are very ready.
Man, well,
Excited to talk to you, man.
yes, sir.
Excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm honored to be sitting here talking to both of you guys, man. This is super dope. I'm gonna do a freestyle rap for you guys. So,
Love that, Harry Mack.
yes, so.
This is the man that can judge you.
I already know. I'm sitting here with a legend, man. Two legends, but a legend in hip hop as well. So I don't have anything pre-memorized or prepared or pre-planned in advance. I'm going to improvise off the top of the dome.
Love that.
So can I get like some random words or topics or suggestions from you
Random
guys?
words or topics.
Things to incorporate into the freestyle.
Money.
Money, yes.
Money.
Yes.
Miami.
Miami. Beautiful. Let's get 2 or 3 from each of you, maybe. So I can test my memory.
Friendship.
Money, Miami, friendship.
Ass.
Ass. Can we do that? We good with that? Ass. Yes. All right.
So you need more than 4?
Let's get 6. We'll get 2
6.
more. Yeah.
Horses.
Horses. There we go. Yes. Horses. One more.
And falafel.
Falafel. Yes. I love it. All right. Let me review. Don't remind me unless I ask, because I got to make sure I got to memorize here.
Yes.
We're going to go with money. Miami. Friendship. Ass. Horses. And falafel. Those are the words?
Yes.
Should we try this?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pull a beat up here real quick so we can make this happen.
All
right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Just pull a random beat.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this coming out of my speaker, though. Hold on.
You keep it down there. That sounds like about 90 BPMs. You're down in there.
Yeah.
Something so you can find it.
Something comfortable. Yeah. You already know.
Once you're up at 99, 100, you start,
Yes.
You have to double time it at that point.
Exactly. We're not going into Big Daddy Kane territory yet.
Harry Mack, what you got?
Yeah. Living in LA where every day is sunny. When I'm spitting, I be stacking up the money. Y'all know we got the paper, we keep it in the stash. I'm getting the money, getting the green, getting the cash. Yeah, I said we never sell our soul, I truly meant that.
Yeah.
We about to get the money, reinvest, and then we spend that. We building up the finance. If they step to me, yo, they don't even stand a slight chance. Check the way that I maneuver, though. We got a lot of my freestyle sound hotter. Trying to get more money so I can cop the fly Pradas. H-Mag, y'all know we get into the new loot. I'm trying to look something like Will Smith in the blue suit. We really about to take it there, making people feel this. When they become a deliverance right off of the mental, they know I'm the realest, Hey, yo, I grip the mic, deliver all these damn frees. Matter of fact, they feel me from LA out to Miami. Anywhere we at, man, my flow's in reach. I said, I'm about to take these lyrics out to Miami Beach. I said, anywhere we at, y'all know that we deliver. Welcome to Miami, yo, that jam sounds sicker. H-Mac, I'm about to break it down, I'm giving them props. 50 years of hip-hop, we make them listen, it's hot. I be doing what I'm feeling, and y'all know that they can't end this. Ride or die, me and this beat, we form a friendship. Yeah, y'all know we stay connected like best friends. They about to feel these lyrics from the east to the west end. Anywhere we at, we connected like family. Cause when I be spitting right up at the mental, I'm bringing y'all that insanity. I got these rappers panicky, they knowin' the deal. I'm never faking when creating, I'll be flowing for real. I said, we getting cash and I be on the task. I got people straight up dancing, got you shaking your ass. Next level, I'ma count the game truly. When I spit, man, I got them all shaking they booty. I turn into a movie, I do me. Y'all know they want me to spit strong freeze and have the people shaking they donkey. I be going beyond. My freestyle's gorgeous, so fresh with it, the cameras gotta record this. Yeah, hey yo, I'm riding up on them horses. Wait, then again, ride or die, we pulling up in Porsches. Yeah, when I spit, they know the rhymes I'm repping. I might pull up in the horse, that's a 911. Yeah, Mac, I make it known. I turn rappers to more cowards, pulling up in the 911, plenty horsepower. Yeah, y'all know that my freestyles are colossal. By comparison, my competition all be sounding awful. Just to come through with these hot flows, it should probably be unlawful. And I'm eating up these beats kinda like they a falafel. Yeah, I know we coming off at the top. When it come to freestyles, man, the Mac don't stop. I'm really out here doing this. They know the flow is too legit. When rhyming in alignment, I'm shining just like a crucifix. Yeah, more territory I'm exploring. Live connected with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Y'all know I kill it proudly. They know all about me, man. I'm here to save the day like Marcus and Mike Lowry. Check the way we do it, dog. I rock the style, the hottest child. I'm like albino crocodile. How I'm snapping on my haters. When I'm rapping, it be major. I'm more royal, sir. Wait, hold up. I hope that's not a spoiler. I'ma keep it in motion. I'm killing it truly. I bubble like jacuzzi. I was blessed to see that movie. Bad Boys 4 is coming. Y'all know we get live. Hey, by the way, can I get a cameo in Bad Boys 5? Let's go.
Hey, Jays, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. Will Smith is very, very fake. He's been fake from day one. Like, even with his rapping, he was always a rapper that says, I don't need to use cuss words. I don't need to call them hoes. I don't need to call them bitches. He doesn't use sexual words and all, which is fair enough. He didn't. But, you know, he was always seen as cheesy because of it. You know, but, yeah, he's certainly fake. Of course he is. I mean, he's drinking baby's blood like the rest of them. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, I changed the topic. The Epstein topic I've left for till tomorrow. It's because I came across a video by Sling and Stone about a group that went to Antarctica and a guy started live streaming and he got banned for it. I don't know if he's banned from Antarctica or banned from his platform. I'm not sure. Probably both. I don't know. So what are they doing over there, man? I mean, if this guy wasn't allowed to live stream, does that mean that Will Smith wasn't allowed to write? Will Smith. My goodness. Will Duffy. Will Smith. Finkel, Einhorn. No, Will Duffy. Does that mean that he definitely didn't live stream then because they weren't allowed? Or, I mean, we know that when he put out those little live streams, they weren't live. They definitely weren't live. So, was he even allowed to go live? You know, something completely dodgy. This is not about TFE, you know, but it's puns. Oh, come on. This is not about TFE, but, you know, let's see what they're saying about the Antarctica thing. But first of all, Jimmy, this has got a couple more new ones. Let's do the latest one. There's a longer one I'm going to keep for tomorrow. But let's do this one. Shape comparison. I'll keep this one for tomorrow's stream. Yeah, that thing. Right. Shape comparison. Let's do it. Let's get me into a little square first so you can see more gems. Right. Do it. Ah. Look at that, eh? Yeah, absolutely brilliant, Joyce. Brilliant, Joyce. Look at that, eh? Excellent, Jim. Love it. Nice one. See what I mean? And all that yapping about your crappy videos, Jim. You know, it is not much better. You know what I mean? And the overlays, you know what I mean? It shows you it perfectly there. You know, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Always a pleasure, Jim. Always a pleasure. You know it. I was the first one to start putting out your videos. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stop now, just because of Mikey Smith. You know what I mean? Why would I do that? They're idiots. You know what I mean? Anyway, oh, I didn't put the link in. Let's go back to Jim again and get the link. Sorry, I forgot about that. Go to channel. And like, I need to get a haircut when I get paid. I was doing nothing. Channel share. There we go, guys. Anybody watching the replay? Hey, much love, Jim. Much love, man. And respect. There you go. Anybody watching the replay? That's Jimenez's link if you want to have a look at his channel and stuff. Excellent. So yeah, let's just get on with it. This is Sling and Stone, you know, a Christian dude. I was surprised. I mean, he's not a flat earther or anything. I don't know if he'll be talking about anything globy like, but you know, it's one of his more relaxed streams because it's not so much about Christianity, but about Antarctica. So yeah, a group went over there. Guy got banned for live streaming. Let's see what it says about that. And there's more in it than just that, you know. But let's just see what it says about that. Let's do it. Oh yeah, in here. Oh yeah, the link for if I put the StreamYard link in, yeah, I have, and at the top. Oh, good. Left Smith behind by light years, Jim. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Goes on about he's the only one doing this crap. Yeah, right. Okay, bro. The right one. This is it. Cool, cool. So he called it. This is what happens when you live stream from Antarctica. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Sling and Stone, the one in the corner, he's the one doing it. Yeah, he's not a flat earther, but he is a Christian. Well, he's not flat earther as far as I know. I'm sure I've heard him say globe before, so in planets. So yeah, he's not a flat earther, but he is a Christian. So let's have a look and see what they're saying about that. Oh, the chat. Do a chat overlay. There we go. Make it nice. No, mind you, I'll make it wide so you can see him in the corner there. for new. Right, let's do it.
We're going to look at some things that have happened in Antarctica recently. Ending off the video with this, a live streamer in Antarctica who recently was there live streaming without asking permission, because you can go.
So he's ending off the video with that. So he's got to come back to this later on. Okay, cool.
Go to Antarctica. You can go on these cruises that they set up. As you can see in the background of this picture here, they all have the same color coat, probably so whoever's in charge over there can see exactly what's going on. Where are the people?
School trip, school uniform, all the same coats. I'm joking. But yeah, they have got all the same coats on, so they must be there. Obviously, are there with a company of some sort. If it is even Antarctica, you know. But before he's not allowed to live stream, maybe it is, or maybe it isn't, and that's why you're not allowed to live stream as well, because people will suss it out. I don't know.
People exactly where they know they want them to be and stuff like that. And this guy went there, live streamed without asking anybody, and we'll see exactly what happens there. They weren't too happy about it. But first, we'll look at some other stuff. There's
a load of trouble with live streaming in Antarctica, though, like with the alignment of the satellites. You know, the sky. I was going to call it Skynet. Then what's it called again? Starlink, or Skylink, one or the other. Lord Racer, good to see you. Just a Smith. Absolutely, bro.
Relation to that, leading up to this is a fun subject, and a little more light-hearted in relation to current things going on in the world. But so we'll get into some of that. We'll start off. This was on Redacted, talking a little bit about some of the information, just who's in charge over there in Antarctica. It's weird that, this is just a continent, and why is everything so redacted on the map?
If it's a continent, I don't think it's a continent.
Maps on Google Maps, there's so many sections that are blocked out. You can't just go and visit there. I mean, it's just a big piece of ice. Like, it's insane to think that they really have such a strong...
You think it's just a big piece of ice? You don't think there's any kind of land under it? Come on.
Guard over it? Like, what's going on? Why is there secret forces there? Why were the guys involved in World War II trying to set up bases there? Like, it's strange.
Yeah, why were they trying to blow up the dome? You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. Operation Fishball, stemming from Paperclip and all that stuff. You know the score. Hey, good to see you, David. Good to see you, David. Great.
So we'll get into all that here. We'll start off. This is from Redacted. Video is titled, Why is Antarctica Locked Down? NSA, UFOs, and Inner Earth Secrets.
For it. All the other places are no. I have a story in the book about some Olympic athletes from Australia. These two women who were cross-country skiing across Antarctica.
There's no Olympic athletes in Australia. Surely not. Only joking, Jim. Only joking, John. Of course there is.
And they must have veered off their course, because I've heard other people have done this same thing. But they started veering off their course, probably unknowingly. And all of a sudden, they
veered off course because they were using their instruments wrong, because they thought they were on a globe, probably.
Navy SEALs came in and landed and said, all right, ladies, you're getting on board. You ain't going any further. And they had to cancel their trip. That was in Nexus magazine about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember hearing something like that. People being turned away. And then, where's the guns, Nathan? Where's the guns, Nathan? You get all this garbage. I mean, there is people with guns there. There is ships with guns. Yes, they're not standing there on the shoreline pointing guns, waiting. Of course, but there's guns involved. They just took it to an extreme. Where's the guns, Nathan?
So do you believe there's a significant U.S. military presence?
Over there with a company of some sort, McToon. You weren't trying to get over there illegally. That's why there's no guns, McToon. No guns, McToon.
National military presence, intelligence presence there that's working in some sort of a cooperative to kind of shield what we know is there or what we don't know. I'm just curious what sort of like international laws and cooperation agreements do we have?
Well, that's the Antarctica.
Mad when it comes to laws, then, I suppose, isn't it? Because when you see on the globe the outskirts of Antarctica on the globe model sort of thing at the bottom, you could see that like other countries only claim certain parts of the outside of it. The majority of the middle of it is, there's no claim on it. You know, it's the Antarctic Treaty, isn't it? But yeah, there's claims on certain things on that, on the outskirts from countries, but the middle, no. I stand redacted. Fox News 2.0. Like it, like it. I can't stand redacted. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But I know what you're saying about people like this, but I mean, I like this guy Sling and Stone. It's him. It's, you know, viewing them that I don't really know who they are, but I know what you're on about these type of people. No, absolutely.
Antarctica Treaty, which was originally formulated in the late 1950s, which happened right after Operation Argus, which is still a top secret.
Yeah, they're probably some kind of gatekeepers, you know, they'll tell you some things, but not at all gatekeeperish, you know what I'm saying?
Nuclear bomb testing in the Southern Ocean, right off the shore of New Schwab.
I don't know about nuclear bombs. Yes, there's bombs, there's bombs that do a lot of damage, but nuclear bombs? Don't think so. I'm not sure about that.
Land, what do you know? And that too, you cannot get information on what really happened in Operation Argus. But right after that, the Antarctica Treaty starts getting drafted and then finally ratified completely with 56 countries signing on in 1961. And one of the very first things it says,
Right.
apart from no...
That's one of the first videos I seen, John, of the Australian dudes kind of getting that shit coming towards them because they were kind of getting a little bit too close. Yeah, I don't know if that's the one you're talking about, but I mean, I certainly remember an Australian lot getting turned away.
military activity or arms testing, but in specific language, no nuclear bomb testing in Antarctica.
Another little 9-minute video after this, 10 minutes maybe, from logical observations, where someone was telling, he wasn't a flat earther himself, but he was telling Joe Rogan about flat earth, and Joe Rogan goes, no, this, no, but what about this? No, but what about that? And the guy himself wasn't a flat earther, but he says everything we experience, is flat. If it wasn't for NASA telling you this and they're telling you that, you wouldn't think of there being, you wouldn't think of there being a curve at all, because in our experience, we don't experience a curve. We don't experience motion because there is none. So the guy himself is saying, look, they've got a lot of, evidence for this, and people don't like to touch it. They get all triggered about flat earth. So yeah, we'll look at that after this as well.
So why would they go to those lengths unless perhaps it had already been done?
Yeah.
Strange stuff. Right at that exact same time that's going on in Antarctica, right? The base is there. They're finding that out. They're doing these tests.
Exactly, Jono. There's like loads of videos, like you're saying, there are tons of videos. Imagine how many weren't filming. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
It's there. Then out of nowhere, they just say, okay, no one can go there.
Are they actually even alive to tell the tale? I mean, that's a possibility too. You know what I mean?
And, you just can't visit there. We're all here to do tests on the ice, and that's about it. It just doesn't make sense. And they have all these,
Why would you go to Antarctica to test the ice? You really just wouldn't go there to test ice. No.
These trips that you can go on, the cruises, or you can go and hike the tallest mountain there, and these different things like that. But you just can't go explore there.
Nope.
Obviously, and it's weird. And then they don't even, as we'll see, let you even live stream from there because it's a security threat. What's such a security threat? They're saying it's
what's the security threat of Antarctica? What's the security threat of a dose of penguins and ice? Where's the security threat there? You know what I mean? Penguins and ice. Where's the security threat? There's got to be more to it, of course.
They say not any single ship in Antarctica. I'll let this video play, just showing some of the redacted sections of Antarctica. But it's like, why is they're so strict that you can't even have, they're saying smartphones where your live streaming capabilities. They're taking this guy's Starlink because you just can't, because it's such a security threat. What's the threat?
You got banned off the Starlink thing today, internet. Is that what he said? We'll see at the end anyway. But Yeah, I don't know if he's banned from Antarctica or banned from his platform or all of it. I don't know for live streaming. But you know, why shouldn't you be able to live stream if you're there? Why? If there's nothing being hidden. Hey, Gematria, good to see you.
Threat there. I mean, there's literally military bases all around the nation, all around the world, and people have internet access around those. Pretty sure that would be a little more, you know, something that was more sensitive than just this massive sheet of ice. Like, what's going on? There's something for sure that they're hiding in Antarctica. Something's going on. Maybe this is the location of the bottomless pit that opens in the end times.
I wonder if it's they're over there and they're all hiding the 24-hour sun. Yeah, right. Yeah, they didn't prove that at all. At all.
Experiments that they're doing there. Of course, you know, the UFO crowd likes to say that.
That's exactly it. Of course. I never even thought of that. I never even thought it's for our own safety. They're keeping us safe from the emperor penguin. Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course. Silly me, David. Silly me.
They have like crashed UFOs there. And I mean, if they did, they would just bury them up and then whatever, take them and, you know, back engineer their tech or whatever. It's like they don't just have ships that are just crashed there or whatever, but they're just infinitely in the ice. They would just take them if that was the case.
All these crashed UFOs, I mean, they make it all the way from all different galaxies, you know, all the way from infinite space to an infinite vacuum. They get to Earth and then they just can't handle the gravity and then they crash. Yeah, right. Of course, because there's no ships coming from outside of this cosmos. You know, it's a flat Earth with a dome over the top of it. Simple as that. You know, separating the waters from the waters. So there's nothing coming in. If there's any kind of craft like that, then it's from here. It's from here. If there's any craft like that.
But something is for sure going on there. And I think something is going on underneath the ice. And there could even be evidence, even more evidence that evolution is fake. Fallen angels helped humanity in the ancient past build.
Well, evolution certainly faked. The fallen angels certainly did that. Whether they helped humanity or hindered them, but they certainly did that.
Civilizations. The pyramid structure that they have there looks very, I mean, there's a few, but the one looks like very real, very legitimate. 2 kilometers on every single side. So it's like, what's going on? There could be evidence of that, which would again be more proof that the Bible is real, which is probably why the Smithsonian and all these universities and museums cover up the fact that they know that the bones of
Well, it's certainly partly to try and hide God, that's for sure. It's certainly partly to try and hide God. I mean, that's certainly why the whole heliocentric thing goes on. To try and say God is not real, he couldn't have done this. It was done by a mistake, you know? Stupid.
Giants, the graves of giants, the stories of giants existed because it makes the Bible look, it doesn't make the Bible, it proves the Bible is true. Prophecy proves the Bible is true. Right. History proves it's true. And the fallen angel.
Archaeology proves it's true. Historical record proves it's true.
Angel's influence on humanity in the past, as well as in where we're going in the future, once again, proves the Bible to be true and every other religion just a complete doctrine of demon, absolutely false, that will one day burn in hell where it belongs. Yeah, there could definitely be ancient tech there, for sure, some sort of ancient tech. Just imagine what's in the Amazon buried there. Absolutely, there's things that are in
a koala bear. Is that cross between a polar bear and a koala bear? A koala bear, I like it.
The Amazon that we have no idea about, buried underneath the plants, and just all the vegetation that just falls, you know, day after day, with how amazing of an ecosystem God created there. Just stuff gets buried quickly. I mean, just like you probably have seen the pictures of even like Machu Picchu or that massive pyramid in Mexico. Those things looked like hills not too long ago. And then they found them and then they took all the stuff off. And it's like, wow. It's incredible. Just imagine what's actually still out there, buried underneath the earth. Yeah, it'd be awesome to.
Talking about polar bears anyway, John, you're at the wrong end of the globe, man. You're meant to be at the other end of the globe for the polar bears. Stupid, isn't it? Stupid, man. There's no two ends of the globe. There's just worldwide. That's it. Plain.
Actually get real information on what's going on in these areas in Antarctica. Get at me. God bless you, man. Appreciate that. So let's see. So in relation, this kind of, some of this is old. Like this Buzz Aldrin tweet is still very strange. He went down to Antarctica, years and years ago, and then posted on his website or on Twitter at the time, on X now, a picture of that pyramid and said, "We're all in danger. It's evil itself."
Oh, aye. Oh, aye. Well, he's doing the old, that's a bit strange. It's a pyramid thing, He's into all that, he's an actor not. So, yeah, whether he went there or not, I doubt it. But I dare see he put that out, trying to put the truth out in plain sight, hidden in plain sight. Lately, like Buzz Aldrin, he's been sort of kind of telling the truth a little bit, cryptically. But yeah, Scott.
I mean, what a weird thing. Somebody said that somebody close to him allegedly said that Buzz did say one thing. He said, "We thought out things we shouldn't have."
We thought out things we shouldn't have. I wonder if they're collecting the DNA of the giants, of the Nephilim. It could be anything, but there's certainly something going on. And part of it is because it's not a continent, because it's not at the bottom of a globe, obviously. But there's more going on than just that, surely.
Fallen angels, ancient tech, proof of civilizations that existed in the past. Maybe even there's these areas under the ice that are hot spots even now that they can't really explain what's happening underneath it. They say it's magma, volcanic activity, something along these lines. But who knows? The bottomless pit has to open somewhere. Why are they so secure? What are they locked?
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But whether it's on Earth or elsewhere, the bottomless pit, it can't be the Earth because the Earth is not bottomless. So I wouldn't agree with that one. But I could be wrong.
Locking down so much over there in Antarctica. Maybe they know that there's like portals there or something. Could be a possibility. Nothing's out of the realm of possibility at this point.
That's true.
So there's tons of articles written on these mysterious hot zones, warm zones discovered underneath the ice. There's even some that have been anomalies in the past that were like just coming up out of nowhere. They were pulsating, different things along these lines. Of course, science is going to come out and say that it's just magma or volcanoes, which could be the case, but the question has to be asked again. Why are they so, secure on what is happening in Antarctica? Why are they blocking it down all the time? They're consistently shutting people out. They say, "Oh yeah, you can go to Antarctica. You can go. Yeah, it's an entire continent. It's massive. You can go to like a section that's like the size of a pin dot on the map. You can't go explore Antarctica." And just like in that redacted video, he was saying even for years, for 20 years, there'd be cross-country skiing.
What's that, David? You guys know about the Schwabenland? Imagine a breakaway civilization that went down there 80 years ago. Down there? Down there? You mean out there? Way past even the military is now. Well, that's a possibility too, isn't it? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Let me actually just, what was that? How do you spell it again? Schwaben. Let's check up on that. Schwaben. And come on. Right. Yeah. Region, Swabia region, and right. Okay. It was a region in Europe. Cultural, historical, and linguistic region in southwestern Germany. Yeah, I kind of thought that's what you were on about. Yeah. But I wasn't sure where Swabia was. Represent the historic settlement area of the Germanic tribe alliances named Alumni and Schwabi. Right, okay. 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 Interesting. Interesting. Nice.
People who would get veered off course, the Navy SEALs would show up and say, "You need to leave. You're in the wrong area." So what are they hiding there? What is going on in Antarctica? And even like what's that movie, The Thing, where that alien creature is there and comes out? I mean, truth in plain sight. Maybe it wouldn't be alien, it'd be fallen angel or something along these lines, some sort of Nephilim thing. Maybe there's Nephilim beings there too. Anything's possible at this point, in my opinion, right? Because what were they saying for years? Oh, the pizza things Hillary Clinton literally.
I'm not sure on that one, Gematria. You guys maybe know better than me. But that doesn't ring a bell to me. But I dare say that is true. Because, why wouldn't they go mental? They all seem to.
On stage saying, "Oh, the pizza stuff, it's a conspiracy."
Yeah,
Can you
Operation
believe
High
these
Jump.
guys? Not to.
Fishbowl, high jump. Was there another one? Obviously, paperclip, but it wasn't directly Antarctica. That was overall kind of operation, wasn't it? But yeah, absolutely, bro. They were certainly doing something.
In the politics, but can you believe these people believe the pizza conspiracy? Well, guess what we have now? All the evidence. Many of them are involved. Many of them are, flying in $30,000.
How come I can't see Mike? Somebody says hello to Mike, and I can't see him. Oh yeah, he is there. He is there. Sorry, bro. Good to see you, Mike. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
With the pizza at night and from Chicago and, all that absolutely evil stuff. They're involved. They know it. So it's like, so they say, "Oh yeah, so what, you think that there's fallen angels doing stuff in Antarctica?" Well, yeah, you said the pizza.
There's a movie about scientists going crazy on Antarctic ice. Let's see what that movie is. Is it a recent movie? Movie where a scientist goes crazy in Antarctica. Hold on. A movie where a scientist in Antarctica goes crazy. No, is that the Thing? No, it's going on about The Thing. Obviously, it's not that. Obviously, 5-6 years ago. Right. Okay, let's try that. A movie from about 5 years ago, where a scientist goes insane after being in Antarctica. Based on it's a historical survival drama after being left behind in Greenland, not Antarctica, but Arctic. A Danish explorer. Well, that's probably the wrong one then. You're likely thinking on a Netflix film. Against the Ice? Is it Against the Ice? Is it called Against the Ice? Just in case it's that one, because it's saying that Greenland, not Antarctica. Anyway, continue.
Stuff wasn't real. Turns out it is. You said you weren't, rigging elections. Turns out you are. You said you knew that COVID was, not, the shots weren't that bad and it was actually a good thing and it was healthy. It turns out you weren't getting the shots. You knew it was bad. And now people are dying with heart attacks at a way higher rate. So yeah, anything's possible at this point. Yeah, Andrew, I think Obama may be the only person to order $30,000 worth of hot dogs from Chicago in one night. How many hot dogs is that?
Well, it can't be that one film I was on about then. I'll have to have a further look later so you can find out about it. Team of research scientists working in Antarctica have reportedly made a desperate appeal for help after they say a colleague threatened to kill one of them. What is this? Is that synopsis to the film, or are you actually saying this? Is that like a synopsis to the film we're talking about? Oh, right, BBC News. Okay, I got you, Gematria. I got you. Scientists at Antarctic base rocked by alleged assault. Okay. Wow.
I mean, geez. Even if the hot dogs are $100, that's insane. Not buying it, man. I hope some people need to get arrested. Not to get off a rant on that. So here's some more stuff. We'll watch some videos in between here. Here's supposedly a glitch on Google Earth. I think this is near Antarctica. It shows like a piece section of ice land and ice. You know, isn't it weird that we get all of our satellite data from like one company? We're not really getting any from anywhere else. So we're pretty much just trusting that all of the satellite imagery.
Let me look for a cover to that Against the Ice and see if you think if it's that movie. Against the Ice. Yeah, 2022 film. Images. It's certainly a Netflix movie, it says here. Is it this? Does this ring a bell? Any of this ring a bell? Like that's the cover to it. This is probably an image from it. Does this ring a bell? There's a polar bear in it. Well, a polar bear, that would be the Arctic, wouldn't it? It's not meant to be the Antarctic if it's polar bear. So I don't think it can be that one. I don't think it can be that one. No, that's not it. I don't think. Right, I didn't think so because that one is, like I say, that one's in the Arctic. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to find that. Let's find out what it is because that sounds interesting. Oh, stop sharing, didn't I, idiot?
Just looks exactly like what we're seeing on Google Maps. That's the only thing we have to trust it by. And so, yeah, here's a glitch. And yeah, of course, glitches are possible. But what else is there? Like, what is going on? And why is there so many? And they're constantly.
There is lots of glitches when it comes to Google's maps all over the world. There's loads of stuff that they're hiding on there that they don't want to see from aerial photos that they cover. And it's hard to get there on foot, probably. But people have tried these things, I'm sure.
Covering it up. And there's even these glitches that are happening all the time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let me know if you can find it. Then I'd be able to have a look at it and we could do it as a movie one night if it's a decent movie. You know what I mean?
Of like frequencies and these things happen.
Night tomorrow night, actually.
Happening in the Antarctic Ocean, just north of Antarctica. And it happens on a regular basis. And after a day or two, they log into the system and turn it off. And it's, you know, it's kind of interesting. It's like, what exactly is going on there? 100% that, you know, the shots lead to autism. The C19 leads to myocarditis, leads to so many different things. Heart attacks, deaths are up, you know, thousands of folds in all these countries. I mean, there's no other explanation. I mean, you can look at these kids around the world and look at the autism.
Is that the glitch? Is that the border around the world? Is that what the glitch is? Don't know, but yeah, they do have loads of glitches on there. People found loads of stuff on there, and then it gets spoken about on social media, and then you find out later it's been covered. You know, probably because it's been spoken about on social media, because it's been brought attention. The attention's been brought to it. You know what I mean?
Autism rate in Africa, what is it? It's like 1 in 50,000 or something insane. Even in the 60s in America, when they were getting way less shots at birth, it was like
I mean, mountains in the middle of the sea. I mean, could that be that it's not the middle of the sea and it's actually land, or is that just a glitch? Don't know. But there is certainly some dubious stuff on Google Maps or Google Earth, whatever. Oh, it's a series called The Head. Right, okay. It's a series called The Head. Let's find out how many episodes it's got. The Head. Yeah, thriller series. Yeah, you're right. 3 seasons it's got from 2020. Okay, we might have to have a look at that at some point as a series to do. A team of scientists continue this research during winter in the South Pole. Come spring, the commander returns to find his team in grave danger. Okay. That sounds interesting. It looks like it might be foreign and dubbed, but that might still be good. I don't mind some dubbed films. Is the movie in English? Is the series, not movie. Is the series in English? Series in English. The head is in English language, Spanish produced. Right, so it's Spanish produced, but in English language. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So there's definitely English. It drags on a bit in the beginning. That's all right, though. Hey, Kunal, how you doing, Gaji? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. The head. We'll have to check that out. We'll do it as a series sometime after we finish Mr. In Between. Yeah, man. Mr. In Between, I'm just doing on a Friday now because we're halfway through it pretty much. So we're nearly finishing it. So it's got to be finished. If I do Mr. In Between 2 days, we'll be finished in no time. So I'm just doing Mr. In Between on a Friday now. Yeah, I love that. Mr. In Between is pretty good. It is ultraviolet, like Jonas says, but it's funny. It's got comedic aspects to it, without a doubt. It's really funny.
I even think in America in the 60s, it was like 1 in 50,000. And like every 10 years, it's like goes up and up and up. And now I think the autism rate in America is like 1 in 50.
That's it. I mean, isn't it mad that the autism rate's going up, but all that kind of thing's going up. Things that we never even heard of before. Like, yes, we'd heard of autistic people, but it was few and far between. But, you know, I know like loads of people, even within Coventry, that are mine ages, my kind of age and younger, who've had kids. And most people have 1 or 2 kids, and one of them is at least autistic. My son's autistic. I mean, but the girl I went with to have my son, she had Asperger's syndrome, which is a lower end of the spectrum of autism. But my son ended up with a higher spectrum of autism than her. You wouldn't notice. My son, you'd certainly notice. Yeah, so it's certainly more common now. Is that because of we're more educated on it? I don't think so. I think it's been imposed somehow. I'm not going to mention how because it's YouTube, but I think it's been imposed upon us somehow. Do you have hereditary? Can autism be hereditary? Yes, I think so. But can it be imposed too? I think so. I think so.
What's happened at the same time? Bill Gates and all these guys, the same dude who's slipping drugs to his wife so she doesn't get an STD, is pushing shots because we want to help the.
What? He's slipping drugs to his wife so she doesn't get an STD. What? So his wife's cheating on him and he knows, but he slips her drugs so he doesn't get an STD. What? I've never heard of this. I've never heard of that. But I don't. Wow. I don't pay much attention to those kind of guys. Wow, man. That's nuts.
Population of the world grows so much. That's what Bill says. Yeah, the same guy who says we need to get these numbers way down. We can do it a huge amount through the shots and it'll be so good.
Well, that's what I was that was what I was implying. I just didn't want to say it, you know. Yeah, I think he was saying Bill Gates, bro. I think he was saying Bill Gates, yeah. That was in the Epstein files, was it? Okay, that's why it's just being said now. I'll be doing some of the Epstein file stuff tomorrow as well. And there's still another few things to do in it. Tomorrow's is he still alive? Sort of thing. And then there's another one. It's Dr. G Explains. And then I've got another one saved by Dr. G as well. But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. This one came in like yesterday, earlier on today, and I thought I was going to do the Epstein thing because I had it set up for that, and then I've set it up for tomorrow now. But when this came in, I thought, let's have a little change and do this because I've done a couple on the Epstein already. So I thought, let's do this first, and then I'll do the Epstein tomorrow, sort of thing. So I thought this might be interesting. Yeah, I think he was talking about Bill Gates, bro. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And now we can see, because guess what? All these kids who have extreme autism, obviously they're not procreating.
Kidding.
So yeah.
Oh, so it's that way around. Yeah, Bill got an STD from a Russian hooker and gave it to his wife, then secretly have her meds. So she, right. Okay, I got you. Right, I was thinking that she might have been cheating. He knew that, and he was slipping her drugs so he didn't get poxed up. You know what I mean? But obviously, he was poxed up to the eyeballs first. Wow. Amazing.
Bill Gates just sits and giggles in his pink sweater, looking at all the kids he's given vaccines to.
Right.
So
Right.
frustrating and evil.
Well, he said it. He said it. I can't be blamed for saying it, but I agree with him.
Vengeance is God's. He will deal with it. I pray in Jesus'
Right.
name. Justice
In
will
Jesus'
come
name.
even now.
And vengeance, just for Sean Hawkins, doesn't mean revenge. Does not mean revenge. Vengeance is God's wrath through his judgment. You know, it doesn't mean revenge. You idiot.
As all these guys continue
Why
to
do you think God says vengeance is mine? So we don't do revenge, you know? It's God's justice. It's nothing to do with revenge.
do their evil in the earth. Pray justice comes in Jesus' name. So let's get to this next thing here. Kind of all, but hey, that's the fun of hanging out on live streams. We can just kind of talk about whatever.
That's true.
So here's some stuff regarding that anomaly I was just mentioning. About that thing happening in the ocean. This happens all the time. This has happened multiple.
Yeah, I remember you seen on them. I think Sov did something on that on the weather thing, on the weather charts, where you've seen the big storm that covered. It might be this that covered like the whole lot of the west of Africa.
Multiple times.
In the sea though.
And then it appears for days and then it just disappears.
It is my opinion that the Antarctic anomaly frequency is heating the Atlantic Ocean and will make hurricane season a lot worse. Check this out. And of course, this is only a theory. All right, my friends, welcome back. We're on Vent to Sky, and look what's back. It is May 23rd, 2024, and we have the beginning of the Antarctic anomaly once again. This one goes for a few days before they remove it. They will remove this. They always do. I'll skip to the days real quick just so you can see how far this frequency goes, because that's what this is.
So this is a frequency of some sort. Okay.
This is a frequency technology coming from Bovet Island, and you can see.
I have a hard time imagining that there's a glitch in the system causing an anomaly bigger than this continent of Africa. I mean, really? And again, it's not happened just one time. So it's like, what exactly is going on there? There's something happening in this area. And you can even see in this little section here on the left, people have posted before. This looks a lot like a Leviathan head when you look at the bottom tip of South America, and then I guess the northern tip of Antarctica here, and how it comes right off here. And this looks exactly like a massive python head or snake head or the Leviathan. Maybe there is something going on here in Antarctica, some sort of evil fallen thing going on.
Yeah, but what
and that's
kind
why
of
they're so locked.
We're talking about a sound frequency. I don't know. Well, the kind of frequency, you know, what kind of frequency we're talking about? We're talking a frequency where you're just doing something a lot. I'm joking, but you know, is it a sound frequency, or you know? Just trying to think what. Hold on, 2 secs. I don't know. Could it be? I don't know. But it's certainly, these things seem to happen a lot on the Google Maps, or anything that's got maps in them that you can use through PC or whatever and check out. And like he says, they remove it after a few days. This might be a meteorological app or something, or website. But I mean, like, I don't know. What kind of type of frequency can it be?
Dan, on trying to keep people from exposing and
someone said something like, what is a generational curse? Alcoholism, addiction. What are you talking about? Why generational curses? I don't believe in generational curses. Alcoholism, addiction, domestic violence, low vibe activity that gets passed down through generation, maybe kind of witchcraft involved. I don't know. I don't believe in generational curses. I think once Jesus came along, that doesn't happen. Like, everything was fulfilled through Jesus. There's not got to be generational curses after having salvation from Christ. I don't believe. A lot of Christians believe in generational curses. I don't. I think that went out with Christ.
Showing what's actually going on there. I mean, it's ice and rock. Why can't you live stream in Antarctica? You remember when the UFOs surrounded the White House? Yeah, I know. There were a couple, like a year or two ago, there was UFOs around the White House.
Like I say, what is it? Sound? You know, is it blooming a vibrational thing? Light, radio waves? I don't know. It's the same frequency of some sort.
That was interesting. And then years and years ago, where there was a UFO incident over like the Capitol there in DC. You know, that's exactly what's.
I mean, in alcoholism, that I wouldn't call that a generational curse. That's just what happens with people, because people are flawed. You know, we use alcohol to cope, we use drugs to cope, then you get addicted to it. You know, that's just what happens. I don't see it as a curse. I don't think we're generationally cursed. Yes, it said that originally, cursed down to the second and third generation and stuff, but that was Old Testament. We've had a new covenant since then. You know, why would Jesus fulfill the law but leave us with a curse? No, I don't think so.
They have a lot of that stuff they're covering up for that too, and it's the same thing. It's obviously fallen forces, spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. That's exactly what's happening with that phenomenon for sure. These guys from other planets who build their spaceships don't care when Stephen Greer sits and meditates on the ocean.
Other what, Sling and Stone? You haven't had a flat Earth yet. You'll be getting there. I mean, you're talking about Antarctica and that. Surely you'll get to the actual biblical, because he's a Christian guy. He reads his Bible. He knows his Bible. So eventually, dude, you'll have to see Genesis as God creating a level Earth. You know, His creation. There's no way you can read heliocentrism out of Genesis. No way.
They've got better things to do. But guess what, Satan? 100%. He's on top of that like a roaring lion. You go out there and meditate and start talking into the sky, and you don't talk to Jesus and say, whatever you are, show me, come here. My chakras are open to you. Satan will be there in a second, manifesting like a roaring lion.
Oh, if he thinks he's got any chance of like swaying you away, of course he will.
And ready to deceive whoever does that. Do not do that. Don't try to summon UFOs. That's dangerous. You will be led astray. Insane people are doing that, and they're getting results. Why is that? Satan prowls around like a prince of the power of the air, like a roaring lion, ready to deceive anyone away from the truth of Jesus. That's what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what Satan wants to do. I mean, he can't overcome God, so he wants to overcome God's people. You know, he wants to manipulate people away from God to him. You know, because he can't do it to God, so he tries to do it to God's creation.
Can hire companies to LiDAR scan areas of the earth. It's expensive, but if someone were to start crowdfunding, maybe we could get the truth. Is that through satellite? That would be cool.
You're not going to get any truth through satellite. You're just going to get, because you won't be able to handle them satellites, and you know what I mean? You'll just be getting the information they give you, you know, and they're not up in space. They're not up in space. You'll get no truth from satellite.
I would imagine they have zones,
you
though.
You can get truth from the satellites, but they just won't allow you to see the truth of the satellites. They put their spin in it, obviously, first.
Where they probably block
these satelloons, though, not satellites.
Block people out, and they don't let them do that. You know, they'd probably come back with some, but you never know. I have thought about that too, because even I've thought about that too, just because there's companies who do use GPS satellites for their own.
I'll leave this playing, guys. I'm just going to make another coffee.
Purposes. And I was even thinking, like, it's so obscure. It's for something so random. Like,
and the link is there if anybody wants to jump in.
Yeah. And they, anyways, you could really use some of these other systems probably to look at areas, and it's like, yeah, they're GPS, they're satellite, and they're probably not like Google Earth, because pretty much everything is connected to the Google Earth satellites as far as like what the public's using. All right, let's go.
See this spreading all the way up to the northern Atlantic, and I'm going to explain why we see this again. As you can see, the data here ends on the 29th. They will remove all data except for the data that initially took place, which will be right about here at 11 a.m. on Thursday. So you'll see this, and you'll see the rest of today, and then they will gradually remove this data. Now, I want you to think about something. The insane amount of heat we've been having in the Gulf and the southeastern states. But my friends, what we are seeing here with this heating of the Atlantic Ocean, we are 3 months ahead of schedule. As you can see on this chart, this is where we should be in the month of August as far as the temperature in this section of the ocean, the exact path where our hurricanes come from the west coast of Africa, sweep down through the Cape Verde Islands, and then into the Caribbean. This is going.
Yeah, that is interesting, Andrew. Maybe HARP does. There's like a type of underwater HARP. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be the same type of frequencies like you're mentioning there, but there could be something going on there too. I wouldn't even put it past them. I mean, literally back to the 2020 stuff. They knew that the survival rate was like 99%, and they let everything go on for years. Small businesses destroyed, people injected with experimental stuff that they knew had negative side effects, forcing children to wear masks when they knew the children didn't even catch it. I mean, they were purposely doing this stuff for years. I mean, the Gulf of Tonkin incident was something that didn't even, they knew exactly what happened there. It didn't happen according to what they said. And it literally started the Vietnam War, which killed like millions of Vietnamese civilians and fighters and tens of thousands of US citizens over something that they didn't even happen.
I mean, that certainly happened in Vietnam and that, but I don't know. I mean, yes, and people did get killed, but with numbers, I always think they inflate the numbers of how many. Same with the Holocaust, same with any other war, they inflate the numbers, about how many people got killed. But it certainly did happen, yeah, and the war was over crap, it always is. They mess with the land, air, and water 100%. They have a heart for everything, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
So when I think of the Gulf of Tonkin incident, and I think of what happened in 2020, and I think of World Trade Center 7 falling when it wasn't even hit by a plane blocks away, I think, would they maybe use
Nothing was hit by a plane. Nothing. Not even the one, and you're not just the one blocks away that got set afire by a little bit of drifting fire. A little bit of drift fire that's something that's on light and floats into the building and just sets it on fire. But yeah, it wasn't just that building. There was no plane to any of it. Not even the Pentagon that day. There was not a plane.
Something in the ocean to make it seem like the waters are warming, or would they purposely warm the waters just so they can come in with their...
It wouldn't surprise me. They're doing weather experiments. Why wouldn't they do vitamin C experiments? The sea has a lot to do with the weather, so why wouldn't they?
Absolute tyranny of we need to save the planet. Yeah, I think they would. I mean, the Bible tells us that we're supposed to respect those in authority, and they're doing a service.
What's that? You think the Large Hadron Collider is what? A huge weather Earth frequency manipulation device? Hey, that wouldn't surprise me either, bro. That wouldn't surprise. Probably does more. Probably does more than that. I don't know what, but it probably does more than that. But I would not be surprised at that one little bit. It's certainly not showing you a God particle. That's for sure.
God has appointed them, but not all of them, because even all throughout the Bible, there's wicked kings and people who God told them not to follow, even in the ancient times.
Yeah, and there might be more than just the Large Hadron Collider. In where is it again? Is it in Switzerland? Switzerland, yeah. Switzerland, where you're neutral. Is it Switzerland? Or am I tripping? Yeah. Between the borders of France and Switzerland. Yeah, near Geneva, right? Okay. No, I was right enough. I was right enough.
You know, the ancient Israelites were told to even fight and destroy them.
Yeah, smashing particles together my ass. You know, it's what? Yeah, right. Of course they're doing that. Going 27 kilometers opposite from each other to smash in the middle somewhere. You know, so it's traveling 13.5 kilometers each side, and then they're colliding. Or is it traveling 27 kilometers and then colliding with something stationary? I don't know. I don't know how it works, but either traveling 13 kilometers that quick, you know, or 27 kilometers that quick for a particle. Yeah, it's a load of garbage. A load of garbage. Like what? Yeah, why call it the Large Hadron Collider? Do they have smaller ones? Yeah, why isn't it just called the Hadron Collider? We know it's large, so why would you call it that? Yeah, true. Big one in Texas, Pazza says. There you go. That's true. I never thought of that before. Why call it Large Hadron Collider if there's only one? Yeah, true. It should just be called the Hadron Collider.
So it's not just all you obey everybody in the government, obviously. And again, just like we saw, if they're doing evil, just like in the book of Acts, we're told to.
Either way, they're not going over the curve to crash into each other. Right. That's actually, yeah, you could use that against them as well, but I don't think they're actually doing that. But yeah, you could still use that against them. You know, well, in that 27 miles, surely it's going over. Oh no, we built it in a pure level for 27 miles. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's because it is level.
Obey God over man. And if they're doing that type of evil, could we really put it past them to warm up the ocean and make the ice melt? If they're literally killing millions of people and injecting.
Yeah, I dare say it's all over the place. In other places as well. Texas is big, so it's known about probably, but probably in places that we don't even many people don't even talk about. You know, there's probably all these kind of facilities all over the place, man. All doing different stuff, all for the same goal.
Tens of millions of people with experimental shots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd melt some ice. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put anything past the elite satanic inner circles of the world, who I pray in Jesus' name their plans will be confused and they can't come near any of us in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen to that.
Because yeah, that's what they want. They even want to usher in the end times. They think they're going to defeat God in the battle of Armageddon.
Why would anybody think they can defeat God when the devil knows he can't even defeat God? People, that's what I'm saying. People are so arrogant. The devil knows he can't even defeat God, but man thinks they can. Nuts. People are nuts. I won't be going messing about with God like that. Are you mad? I'd rather be obedient to God. You know what I mean? And subservient to God rather than take him on, man. Are you crazy? Trying to take on the Almighty. The person, the God who created all of this and all of us, you know, and you want to take him on? Are you nuts?
Big mistake.
Guys, we have another one.
Here's another area of Antarctica. This is weird. Hard to know what this is. It almost looks like just I don't even know what.
That's a line of TFE cameras. A line of TFE cameras waiting for this 24-hour sun.
It almost looks like just I don't even know what that is really. This is really weird. It looks like a bunch of tracks. It almost looks like a bunch of thing that comes to my mind, like
I've
snow.
seen loads of videos as well where people are hearing like low hums and that, and they think it's coming from the air. It sounds like it's coming from the air when others are saying, well, it's maybe underground. It's maybe a vibrational thing. They're maybe doing a load of stuff underground. But yeah, people hearing strange sounds out there in the middle of nowhere can't exactly. Some people think it's coming from. I've just said that, right? Okay, it's you that reminded me, but you pretty much said the same as what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. Try to talk about it and get shadow banned. Yeah, like minutes of horror and seconds of horror, and Hours of Horror. It's the same guy. He's got 3 kind of channels: minutes, seconds, minutes, and hours of horror. He puts that. He shows things like that, and you know, he's not as shadow banned as I am, because he's got a lot more subs than me. That's for sure. And he's only been doing it like 6 months to a year or something. But he's got a lot more than me. But yeah, he puts out stuff like that. You know, people hearing these sounds. And not everybody can always hear it. It's always, sometimes it's in a certain frequency that some people, like women, can hear better than men or something like that, or some people can hear better than others. Sometimes it's marathon runners. That was my first thought. It looked like the marathon runner skiing, but then I thought, no, I'll stick it on TFE. So you watch his stuff as well, do you? Minutes of Horror. That's cool. That's cool. I like the dude. He's not a flat earther though. That's the only thing. He doesn't, because he talks about space and stuff. He'll see that next, probably. I might have to go in his comment section. I've never gone in his comment section, but I do watch his stuff. I hadn't seen none of his stuff for about 2 months, and then one came out the other day. Maybe just YouTube stopped recommending him to me. I don't know, but yeah, I was watching him pretty much every day. His stuff he was putting out, and then for about a month and a half, 2 months, I didn't see anything. So maybe he didn't do anything, or maybe it was just the algorithm stopped, or maybe just because I watched a few other videos, it stopped showing me his. So I'm sure I'm sub to him. Yeah, because he's got 3 channels: seconds, minutes, and hours of horror. That's what he calls his channel. But it's not about horror. I mean, scary stuff on there, things that scare people, absolutely. But it's about true life stuff that's going on. And obviously, some fake stuff in there that people put out, and you can't tell, whatever. But yeah, he's certainly showing the truth. It's a shame he's not a flat earther.
Oh, plows. You can tell there's definitely tracks up around it, and they're just all like sitting there waiting to push the snow or something. But I don't think it's that. Maybe these are openings.
Yeah, he
pillars of some sort.
Never even heard him mention FE. Never once. And the things he talks about, you'd think he would. You'd think it'd come across his desk. You know what I mean? Yeah, he seems like he knows, but he doesn't talk about FE because it's one of the right. He's just showing what everybody else is showing, like the hype of the moment. Oh, the lights in the sky. You know what I mean? The sounds that are coming from places. You know, the fog. You know, all these kind of things. The weather. He talks about everything that's on the media and in the news and stuff. But he doesn't seem to talk about flat earth. You're right.
Or because maybe that's why there's like the shadow. I don't know. Definitely a lot of tracks around that area. And it's just a really odd thing. And it's not even like it's secretive science or whatever. It's not like they're messing with uranium.
The secretive science is secretive, yes, but it's never science. It's never science.
Maybe they are. Maybe they found some. But why is it so secretive? I don't get it.
Maybe because they do magical things, spiritual things, rather than scientific things.
These are questions worth asking. Here's more information on that whole frequency thing.
Yeah.
Happening in the ocean.
Again, what type of frequency? Does it sound, light, sonar, what? You know, well, sonar is sound. But you know, there's all different frequencies to certain things. Is it radio wave frequencies? Is it sound frequencies? I mean, I know there's sound, but you know what I'm saying. There's all different frequencies.
Anyone know anything about this massive energy wave that seems to be emanating from Antarctica?
You're looking at Japan's Himawari 9 weather satellite. They claim it's a malfunction. Well, let's take a look. Here's another satellite image, the same date and exact same time, but different satellite. And as you can see, no frequency.
Yeah, I know that no frequency in that one. Same thing going on. So, yeah. But we can't trust blooming satellite pics.
Power wave mischief. So, case closed. Not quite. Did you know that satellites are incredibly easy to hack? Guess how the government...
Do T-Mobile on Starlink do it? The T-Mobile on Starlink.
Checks just how hackable a satellite is. They hack them. I'd like to introduce you to MITRE Corporation, an infrastructure wrecker for hire. Of course, I speculate, even though it's on their website, that they test aviation resilience. By the way, a few months ago, I did a video.
Sorry, I know I'm all over the place.
Say that again, right? So hold on, I just seen that about the web. It seems like he knows about it, but doesn't talk about FP because it's one of those topics. But the people in chat know the Earth is not a globe. That's cool. That's cool then. I dare say he's going to have to. I've never been in any of his lives. I've always just seen his videos. I didn't know he did lives. So unless it was premieres or whatever, but I've only ever just seen his videos. But I'll have to watch out if he does a live or premiere and go to his chat. It'd be cool if he spoke about it because I like the dude. I think he's cool. I think he's cool. I like what he talks about. Sometimes some of the stuff he talks about, the videos from TikTok or whatever, some of them are fake. But he says that himself. I don't know if this is real or AI or whatever. He says that. He does say things like that. He says this could be crap. It might be something, you know. He does acknowledge that. But yeah, there's certainly loads of truths on his channel as well. Absolutely.
But hey, we're just
he's investigating the truths anyway. You know, he's investigating them.
Out here. If any, not to be
he hasn't gone live yet, so it'll be premieres in that. Comment section, okay, comment section, got you. I might have to go in there one day. I'm crap. I don't go to comment sections really, unless I've got really something to say that is, you know, something that's triggered me or got my attention really, and I have to say something about it. I might have to go and ask him about it at some point. We'll see. I don't want to antagonize him.
On people. I know a lot of people were forced into taking the shot.
Right.
And I know a lot of people felt bullied into it or were literally forced into it, depending.
When the COVID 20-1 was about, that whole period where people going to certain countries were forced to take it or they couldn't go. Certain sportsmen had to take it or they couldn't do their thing, you know. Certain people who were still working had to take it or they couldn't go to work, all that kind of crap. And even when they loosened the reins on stuff, you know, they still, when they started opening barbers and hairdressers and that so people could get their haircut, I was going in there, I had to get my temperature taken. You know what I mean? Told me to put my mask on and everything, you know, I went just to go and get a haircut. Like, goodness sake, that's the only time I ever wore the mask was to get my haircut because I needed my haircut. You know what I mean? Any other time I wore it around my neck, pretending I was wearing it. So there's no way I was wearing a mask. Even on the bus, a woman whined because I wasn't wearing my mask. I was drinking, and then another woman said to her, "Look, he's drinking his coffee. He doesn't have to wear his mask while he's drinking his coffee." She's still whining about it, you know. I was never going to put it back on. I never got to put it on. It was always around my neck, just to pretend.
Where you lived in the world, literally forced into it. Jesus Christ healed the blind man. Jesus Christ healed the woman with the issue of blood. If you give yourself over to the Lord Jesus Christ, I believe he is God, Rapha, healer. He can heal you. Ask for the Lord Jesus to bring healing into your body against anything that you need.
Absolutely.
And I believe he can do that. And so, I don't want to put anyone down if you did that. I know a lot of people did and they didn't want to, or now they look back and they regret it. But, Jesus can heal you. Ask him to heal your body. Paul got bit with a viper and it didn't even harm him. Ask the Lord Jesus to heal your body. I believe he can.
He does.
He definitely can.
Of course he can. If it's in his will to heal you, then you'll be healed. If it's not in his will, then you won't. As simple as that.
On how HAARP was collected.
Sometimes they say rely on the doctors. Sometimes God says that. Sometimes, because you do get doctors out there that are trying to do the right thing, but it's just in general nowadays. They just seem all about that, the pain. And it seems that anybody can be a blooming doctor. I remember once upon a time, doctors used to be strict kind of people. They would come and visit you as well in your home. Now, you don't get any of that now. Home visit doctors and stuff. You go to them and they're not even doctors. They're general practitioners. They know a little bit about each individual part of doctorate. You know what I mean?
collaborating with Mitre Corporation. I don't know what they were doing. Anyway, on this article about satellite resiliency, look whose name showed up. To be clear, I am not saying Mitre Corporation.
Whose name was it? Mitre Taxonomy. Oh, okay. Okay.
Look whose name showed up. To be clear, I am not saying Mitre Corporation had anything to do with the weather satellite outage. I am simply saying these things do happen.
Oh, it was a weather satellite outage. Right, okay. Yeah, no doubt. But I would say it's a satellite, not a satellite.
Lest you be disappointed that I am debunking the Antarctica frequency wave, I just found a 50-mile-high smoke plume coming from Bouvet Island. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments.
So it sounds like maybe something could be happening in relation to this island, maybe some sort of technology there, causing it to lead to this weird frequency thing that's happened before, and that's the one that we saw before.
And had
whatever it was intentional.
Anything.
And amen, guys. Yeah, I agree with you all in the chat, and amen to you guys in that we're all.
Hey, did I just see Australasia?
All in agreement that, you know, Jesus can heal anybody in that situation. So yeah, you know, I don't ever try to put anyone down. I'm just trying to say in the situation of like those in power who knew what they were doing, and literally the videos that we saw of them, like the needles folding over and them fake shooting.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. These general practitioners are like reps for big pharma nowadays. You feel bad, go to the doctors, and it gives you a pill that. Yeah, the thing is, the pill might make you feel better to a certain extent, but then you've got other side effects from the pill if you have to keep taking that pill. You've got side effects from that. Not medical information, YouTube. Just talking educational purposes and experiential purposes. I've experienced these things. So, yeah, there might be side effects from that pill if you have to keep taking it. And then you have to take other ones for that. And then there's side effects from that. And it's just an ongoing thing.
Getting the shot on TV, and they knew what they were doing. And then it's like they come out and say, we don't know what's happening with the radio waves in Antarctica. It's like, yeah, I mean, you literally forced experimental shots on people. We're supposed to believe you on this. We're supposed to believe you're giving us the truth about what's happening in the ocean. I mean, come on. So yeah, it's nothing against you guys or the body of Christ ever, but these people who are liars and going to Epstein's Island and stuff, it's like, these are the people. I mean,
they're all liars. They're all liars. And if they were on the Epstein on the Epstein Island, they're even bigger liars.
Can't trust these people, man.
Nope. None of them.
Ask the Lord Jesus to lead us on. Help them. Pray in Jesus' name that our nation will turn, repent from their sins, and that God will heal their land, and that we'll turn to the Lord Jesus Christ. We pray. Got to have hope. Things could turn around. Have hope for things to turn around.
Amen.
That Jesus can do an amazing thing in the nation. All things are possible with God. We have hope. I have hope that at least things could turn around for the good always. You got to have that. Like until I see the third temple stones being laid, or like the
amen to that, bro. Amen to that.
Literal mark of the beast being put on people's hands, I have hope for a future that Jesus could bring revival. And I think that
yeah, revival will come after. I don't think revival's got to come beforehand. And after he comes back.
That's the right place to live from. And even if it's just we're doing our best to share the gospel worldwide in the meantime, and then it just happens one day and we're like, okay, here we
are. That's what we're told to do in the Great Commission. Share the gospel, spread to all lands.
Are, then hey, the mission's the same. Jesus Christ wants everyone to be saved.
Right.
And we want everyone to find that saving message. Everyone.
Amen.
So that's my prayer in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So this is the waves that it looks like in this video here. This was another one of the anomalies. The other one that we were looking at in the other video.
Here at 11 a.m. on Thursday.
As we saw here, it looks like this like a black hole type of thing that just opens up. And I don't know if this is the same thing as those waves, but it's interesting that there's some sort of frequency anomaly coming from Antarctica, and there is. Now, this is not Antarctica, but it's close to it.
Well, Yeah, if you're looking at the top of it, it's not close to it. You need to go further. That's more like it, a bit further down. It's close to it, but it's still not. I mean, you still got a fair distance across the water before you're there.
You know, frozen at the very bottom tip of South America there, like Patagonia, I guess this is, or Chile or something. Not exactly sure. But we can
That's where they flew over TFE, isn't it? From there to Antarctica. It's still a fair distance, though. Take a couple hours to get there.
absolutely see when you zoom in here.
On plane, obviously. And boat, it's going to take a lot longer. Oh, yeah. See that? I mean, that's symmetrical. That's symmetrical. Where did he zoom into there? South America, was it? Yeah, tip of South America. Right, Chile, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a bit mad, isn't it? That's a little bit, and it's symmetrical over the other side. Or have they done that intentionally?
This section of the map has been highlighted and folded over. So it's like this whole section here was like, it's almost like this whole section here in the middle was
got a little face there. It looks like a fly to me. It looks like a fly. That's the wings, and that's its head and all that, and then its body there. Body's a little big for it, like, but it looks like a fly to me.
taken out and then duplicated from what's on the right. I mean, you can see it's an exact duplication from this side and this side. They covered this up. They covered this up. They covered something up here. This is photoshopped for some reason. And yeah, people have a tendency to see
it's Photoshop. It's all photoshopped. It's all photoshopped, pretty much, I'd say.
faces and to see things. I mean, that's like a thing. That's just like a human thing. I mean, it looks like a gray. I rebuke in Jesus' name.
Especially when it comes to it does look like a grey alien. I mean, maybe that's what they're trying to make you think. Maybe this is intentional. And then it looks like an owl, Danya, which is obviously symbolic.
But really what's odd about this is not that it looks like a face, because that happens almost all the time when you duplicate patterns like that. It looks like faces. It looks like bodies.
It's true.
But what's really weird is why are they photoshopping a section of this land there? They're hiding something. It's weird. All right, guys, we'll watch this video here. I'll read a couple.
This is the guy IRL streamed while he was in Antarctica with this group and got banned. Whatever he got banned from, either Antarctica, platform, I don't know, maybe both.
Couple articles and we'll end off this stream. Nice hanging out with you guys. Thanks for stopping on. So here's the guy who live streamed in Antarctica, and here's what happened. He wasn't supposed to. This is what happened.
The IRL on Antarctica, boys. IRL on Antarctica.
Very green.
Hello. How's it going? Not that good. So you have a Starlink? Yeah. Okay, it's confiscated. You'll receive it on the way back. You can't use it on the land? Can't use it on the land? No. Okay.
So you have a Starlink. So you have to be subscribed to a certain Starlink subscription, or have some kind of, I don't know, SIM card or something. It's just Starlink, have you? But yeah, they're confiscating. If this is not all acted or whatever, it doesn't look like it. It does look like he's getting it confiscated, but you never know. You never know.
We checked it in biosecurity yesterday and they didn't have a problem really going on. But
I think it'd be true because look, there's something going on in Antarctica where you're not seem to be. Look, we know you're not. You can't just freely go there. So why would you be freely able to live stream? Obviously, Starlink has a dish and a router. So right. So does that mean? Because obviously he was doing it from his phone. So does that mean he needs a special SIM card or whatever? Or does he just need to be subscribed to them through an app or a website or something? I don't know how it works, man, when it comes to Starlink, especially in Antarctica, you know.
You're the captain, so it's all yours. Okay.
So yeah, again, just like we saw in the beginning of this video, this is what happens. You go on these trips, you go on these cruises, plenty of them go there every year, but they take you to a specific station. They all have the same color coat so people can watch with the binoculars.
So hold on. Nah, but just Wi-Fi from router. So where would the router come from? Where he's at though? Oh, look, he's got something on his back, like a dish of some sort. He's got a dish on his back, so he's actually got a Wi-Fi router thing set up. Right, there you go. So that must be it, David, because look at his back. He's got a dish there that I've just noticed. So Starlink feeds the dish, feeds the router broadcast Wi-Fi. Right, so got you. But also, this is true. I think you subscribe and they give you the dish router and phone hooks up to like Wi-Fi. Yeah. So they've got, right. So he's got a dish. I can see it on his back there. Now, wouldn't they have known beforehand, before he live streamed, he's got it on his back? Surely they'd be thinking, well, he's going to live stream or something. Don't know, unless he took it out at that point, set it up. I don't know. But yeah, he's certainly got a dish on his back. So he must have a router in that. Right. So you have to have a right. I was going to say you would have to have a physical something that would need to get the. I thought maybe your phone could just do that. I didn't know. But yeah, he obviously needs a router and dish or antenna, whatever you want to call it.
And look where everyone is. Make sure there's no random coat person off here in the distance going to some area, and for sure they're nowhere even close to like anything, credible. It's like when you go with the people who go visit Area 51 and they go to the sign and they take pictures and then the truck still watches them. Even if they went past the sign, they're nowhere near anything interesting. So it's like,
well,
that's
the thing. You don't know if they're near anything interesting. You know what I mean? Why do you think they're escorted? Because you're not free to wander. Why? Because they're hiding something, obviously.
Why can't you stream in Antarctica?
Stupid.
He even said he brought it into this thing here. He checked it into the security and they didn't want him. They didn't say anything. But no, you can't stream in Antarctica because there's too much ice. It's
maybe because the security wanted the truth to go out. Maybe some people try and let these things go past so people can get snippets of truth. I don't know.
Much of a security risk.
No, Antarctica's dodgy, man. TFE thing's dodgy, completely faked. But I do think they went over there, but it's still faked. And we've seen faked 24-hour suns as well from Antarctica years before TFE did it. A few of them, and they've been proven to be faked. So there's obviously something being hidden over there, whether it's just the edge of where the firmament starts or whatever. I say there's more to it than that, but there's certainly hidden stuff
to show the ice and the rocks.
You will receive it in the end of the day. Okay, cool. It's not such devices. They're not anything that is related to the internet connection. Cybersecurity is completely forbidden.
Really? So no one's allowed to have a smartphone?
Nope. Not even.
You're not even allowed to have a smartphone. You're not even allowed to have a smartphone, apparently. Yeah, nah. And I mean, how can... No. If I went to Antarctica, I'd want to be freely... I mean... Fair enough, if you've got to have a crew with you, fine. But they should be able to go with you, do what you want, whatever, I don't know. You should be able to go without a bloody crew. But if you have to, I mean, what's the point in going there just to see the cliffs and some penguins? What's the point? There's no point spending all that money just to go there to be able to do nothing. That's how we know partly why TFE's a load of crap.
Really? On land? Is that for like all? I'm just asking questions.
Well, if they're that strict with this guy, why would they have let TFE live stream? Did they have to have some kind of agreement with the government or these people here beforehand? I mean, because we certainly know that them live streams that went out, But they weren't live. I mean, they were live, but I think they were pre-recorded live, you know? So they live streamed. I mean, there's something dodgy there where those guys can't live stream at all, but they were allowed to. I know I mean, because you don't have to. I mean, yes, they did say to us that we're going to live stream it, but you don't have to live stream to capture a 24-hour sun, obviously. But so that they could have easily been refused on that grounds, you know. But they did live stream. I just don't think it was live. I think it was a pre-recorded live, like I did yesterday. I did a live, but it was pre-recorded. But it went out as a live video. Not a premiere, but as a live video. Anyway, yeah, so TFE is well dodgy.
For all of Antarctica?
Yep.
Okay.
For all, it's available for all ships. It's not only this ship, all the ships around. And especially this one, we have cybersecurity. We have forces to follow. Unfortunately, we cannot let you.
Well, he's actually on a ship at the minute.
All right, bring it on land. Yeah. And that's for every ship in Antarctica?
They're on ship at the minute, so they're probably anchored out a bit. Okay.
Yeah, for everybody.
Okay.
But our procedures, they are very strict, and such devices, they are not allowed, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. That's fine. Thank you for informing us. I apologize if there was any issue. I just
I don't think this is fake. I don't think this is fake. I think this is real enough. I think this is real enough. So it shows you're not free when you're over there at all. That's what I'm saying. You should maybe Roger should just go to blooming the Arctic instead. I mean, he's not going to be free to live stream or anything. He's going to need really, really like strict permissions, and I don't think that's going to happen. See, that's what I'm saying. TFE's dodgy, man. I'm telling you. Not that you need telling that. I mean, dodgy is not the word. I mean, fake. Start to finish.
Any problem with it, like online when I was researching and stuff?
I don't mean just while they were in Antarctica. I mean from the whole onset of when they decided to do it.
You're the captain.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Sorry for taking you away from your station. I apologize.
Thank you for the understanding.
Yeah, no problem.
What cabin, sir, are you in?
Right.
So there you go. For some reason, internet access with streaming capabilities is not allowed in Antarctica. Security reasons, cybersecurity, any of the ships that captain said, and especially his, because of cybersecurity reasons. Again, it just doesn't make sense.
Cybersecurity reasons, my ass. Cybersecurity reasons. Wow. So, I mean, even this guy here probably doesn't even know why he's not allowed to. He's been told the rules as well, obviously, but he does it behind it. He knows what he's been told, but he doesn't know the actual reason why. You know what I mean? He's just, all right, yeah, they say it's cyber reasons, cybersecurity reasons. Yeah, obviously someone higher up will know, but it's mad. It's mad. Look, what if there's nothing dodgy about Antarctica and it's at the bottom of a globe, why wouldn't you let people freely roam it? Being allegedly free people, why wouldn't you let people freely roam it? Especially if there's no inhabitants. Well, there is some inhabitants around the outskirts of it. The outskirts, like it's a continent. But, you know, stop asking questions. Just follow orders. Right. Okay. I'll just be servile. I'm just a servile creature.
Sense. What are they doing there that would be so secretive or so, you know, something that they want to keep concealed? It doesn't make sense. They're testing rock samples and ice samples and wildlife.
Yeah, rock samples and ice samples. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Of course, that's what they're doing. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever.
Life. It's not like a secret thing that like the Chinese are going to steal the ice secrets or the rock secrets or the Russians now have new rock data that we don't have. Like it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
So yeah, I really do believe that they are hiding something here.
The narrative makes no sense, but we know they're hiding something, so it makes complete sense.
I don't know what. I don't personally believe there's a huge ice wall with other civilizations beyond it. I don't believe that, but I think, who knows?
So he's obviously heard of flat Earth. I don't believe in civilizations beyond the ice wall either. But if there is such a thing as ice wall. But a lot of other flat earthers do. But so if he's saying things like that, he's obviously heard of flat Earth and rejected it. I don't know. But mind you, I have heard him talk about planets and stuff. So yeah, he's not a flat earther.
The possibilities are endless. And I think another good evidence that we know that they are for sure hiding something with Antarctica,
right,
is when we look at these articles. I mean, this is enough to frustrate anybody. I mean, this is so insane. As we end off this stream, I'll show these articles here, guys. This is crazy. So November 6, 2025, Antarctica's collapse may already be unstoppable. Scientists warn. That's Science Daily.
Stink the TFE thing. It's well over a year old now, man. Well over a year old. Old news, man. And they're still trying to cling on with their documentary fingers. And Flat Earth was dead. Died 2 years ago, near enough, remember? Flat Earth died 2 years ago. TFE killed it, remember? It's weird. I still know we're on a flat Earth. We're still on a level plane. You guys still know we're on a level plane. It converted a couple of people that were frauds in the first place. That's all it did. And people that follow, so a few people that follow those frauds, it converted them, I suppose, as well. So it just all it converted was the frauds.
Science Tech Daily says Antarctica's astonishing rebound ice sheet.
Yeah, there's that 24-hour live stream. Exactly. Especially when you know you're not allowed to live stream.
Grows for the first time in decades. April 29th, 2025. May 13th, 2025. NASA satellites show Antarctica.
Even when they live streamed that day, I think it was a pre-recorded live. It doesn't necessarily mean they live streamed from there. The video could have been sent elsewhere, and live streamed from elsewhere. You know what I mean? That could have quite easily happened. And it could have been a video live streamed from elsewhere, but it looks like it's streamed from Antarctica. There's plenty of ways they could have done it that way. Yeah, no 24-hour sun, no documentary, just a pile of banter. Purdue, Star Wars reference. Law. What is that though? Purdue. It means something. Obviously, PUDU. What does that mean? Put up. Put up, dude. What's that? That guy's nos confundum claims that he met a woman who was from outside the ice wall, and that there's 176 different worlds like ours outside of the dome. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. They would need their own cosmology. I mean, there might be I think there's lands within our confinement that hasn't been that's been discovered, but we don't know about. I certainly think there's extra lands that way, but outside of the dome, I don't believe that. So basically, a creature called Banta and Pudu shite. It's a shite from right. Okay, I got you. I'm more of a Trekkie than Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I mean, I've watched Star Wars. I don't like the newer ones. And I didn't like the Mandalorian and all that. But I like the old Star Wars. But I was more of a Trekkie.
Has gained ice despite rising global temperatures. How is that possible?
Yeah. Well, yeah, impossible to prove. That's true. But of course, there's interesting stories. I mean, could something else live out there that's not human? Yeah, maybe. There's such things as the Watchers. There's fallen angels. The Watchers who fell. Nephilim spirits. Such things as that. Maybe it contains things like I don't know. But I don't think we can live out there.
November 24th, 2025. Satellites see Antarctica ice shrink to third lowest max ever. Space photo of the day. Space.com. Literally within the same year, within the span of a few months, the third lowest max ever. Growing despite rising temperatures. Astonishing rebound.
Yeah.
Ice grows for the first time in decades. I honestly think what's happening with this stuff is that they're taking pictures of summer and winter and trying to pass it off for their climate.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. I loved all that stuff before I woke up. Star Wars, Star Trek. I still like it. I still like sci-fi. I just know where sci-fi ends and bloody reality starts. You know what I mean? Likes of the sci-fi, science fiction. Daniel, you know, he doesn't know
Extremism stuff. I think that that's exactly what they're trying to do. I think that they're showing like pictures of the ice melting. Oh my gosh, the ice is falling off the ice sheets. Why? Because it's summer. I think that's what's happening. They're showing pictures. Here's the ice. Now here's it today. Yeah, guess what? It shrinks in the summer. It moves with the currents. It moves in different sections. I think that's what they're doing. And then they just...
You could never have any kind of water rising, you know, from melting ice caps. They're already displacing the water. If they melt, they're displaced already. You know what I mean? It would just be the same level. You've got the old, you know what I mean, ice cubes in your whiskey, you know, your whiskey and soda or whatever. When the ice cubes melt, does it ever overflow? No, it doesn't. Same principle.
Post that on Twitter. They post that on their little science websites, and then people run
Well,
like
the way
crazy.
this whole earth could flood is if God did it, and He already did that and said He wouldn't again. We can have localized floods, 100%. We're not gonna have a global flood, a worldly flood. Global flood. I nearly said it. Wow, man! Listen to too much of this garbage. Too much mainstream. What's going on?
Easy and say you can't have red meat, you can't drive cars now. And even in Oxford, they're turning it into a 15-minute city. People share cars. You get 100 travel miles a year. Why is that? Because they showed you a different picture between the summer and the
I
winter.
don't watch Star Trek stuff now because it's all gone woke. You know, it's all gone really woke, man. Especially doing musicals on blimmin' Star Trek. That's so stupid, man. So stupid. Captain Christopher Pike doing musicals on Star Wars. Hey Derek, how you doing, man?
Hey PJ.
How you doing? Nearly finished this one, but I've got another little video to do anyway.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm late. I'm sorry.
It's all right, bro. It's all right, bro. I changed the topic. I mean, I've put it was meant to be the Epstein topic about dead or alive Epstein sort of thing, but I changed that because
I like this one better.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing the Epstein one tomorrow. I like this one better too, but nearly done with this one. So I've got another video though, but it's Joe Rogan talking to a dude. Logical observation put it out, but it's Joe Rogan talking to a dude, and the dude, he's not a flat earther himself, but he says like the evidence out there is like it looks flat earth definitely, and he says your experience is flat earth, and Joe Rogan just gonna no, but about this, what about this, what about this?
What? Oh yeah, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, so we'll have a look at that afterwards.
Joe Rogan is going to be like, well, what about NASA? You know, even though
pretty much. There's more to it than that, but yeah, he does do that one.
Winter of the ice in Antarctica. And well, okay, I'll just go to Antarctica and I'll live stream it and take pictures to see, is it the summer or is it the ice?
Yeah, so
Can't do that either.
This guy got his he was live streaming Antarctica with Skylink. He had Starlink. He had his Starlink connection, and he started live streaming with it. He had his group with him and all that. But then he got back to his ship. This is on the ship, and no, I think they must stay on the ship or something. Go on onshore and offshore each day or whatever. But the guy, the captain or whoever in the ship's security, took away his he's not allowed to live stream there. He got banned from doing it. So yeah, I don't know how
that's crazy.
He did it. Yeah, so it shows you they're hiding something.
I thought it was a tourist site, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, if you go to Sweden or something and live stream it, or Bulgaria,
it's fine.
But not Antarctica.
Not Antarctica, because they're doing nothing over there. They're not hiding anything. No, not so. He said it's cyber security risk. That was the excuse. That's him getting it confiscated now. But yeah, we've just finished it.
You try that. We're going to take your Starlink. You can't live stream because everything about the ice, we have to tell you from our own point of view. That could even be why. They don't want anyone to live stream because they're lying about the ice statistics. That could be a high possibility too. No. That could even for sure be what's going on.
No.
So, yeah. There's something going on, and I think that could definitely be it. Or it could be a mixture of all these stuff. But for sure, they're lying about the ice stuff. They're lying.
Yeah, I know that conspiracy. I looked into that one. I think there's credibility to that one, Dave. Hold on. There's a theory that on that too, the Titanic and the Olympic were switched out, and they sank the Olympic because it was already damaged anyway. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people think it was an insurance job, and there is some evidence to that. I've looked into that one. I think it's a possibility. I don't know. I wouldn't 100% it, but I do think it's a possibility they did that. The unsinkable, but it somehow sank by an iceberg. Yeah, I don't think so. There was
Actually, I just watched that movie last night.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
You mean the Leonardo DiCaprio one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, because I really enjoy the music and not so much.
It's a decent film. When I was younger, it was a decent film. Absolutely, it's a bit. I think because when I was younger, like the girl I was with was my ex-wife actually. She liked Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was playing like a 17-year-old then. So to me, it reminds me of being a teenager, even though I was in my early 20s when I seen it. But it kind of reminds me of a teenage film. But I liked the film. Definitely.
Well, and what David was saying earlier, where he still watches Star Trek. I mean, so do I. I mean, and a lot of the time, it's because of the music.
Yeah, I get you. I love Star Trek, but I don't watch the Star Trek now. It's gone ever since I heard of Star Trek doing bloody musicals on the Captain Pike one. Is it Discovery or whatever? I don't know. Not Discovery. Can't remember. But Captain Pike. There's a series they're doing Star Trek, and they did a musical. They did a musical in space and on the bloody Enterprise, because Captain Pike did Enterprise as well. He was before Captain Kirk. So yeah. Mad. Like, it's gone woke as well, but I love sci-fi stuff. But
it's gone woke. Yeah, no, right.
Definitely.
No, what I watch, it's all like TNG or Deep Space
Yes,
Nine.
the older kind of
stuff.
63 to 90s kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, early 2000s maybe, because Enterprise was not bad. The series Enterprise was not bad. With him from Quantum Leap. What's his name?
Shoot. I can't think of his name.
Sam. No, that's his name in Quantum Leap. Sam. I know it's got Quantum Leap. As soon as I see it, I'm going to know it. Quantum.
Oh, and also, greetings, David, Kunal, Jono, Baza, and Jim. Yep. Oh, and Daniel's in here.
Scott Bakula. That's it.
Oh, Jim okay.
Yeah, Jim was, I don't know if he still is, but yeah, Scott Bakula is his name. Bakula, however you pronounce it. But yeah, that was a good series. But after that, it went really crap, because that was early 2000s, that one. But after that, I mean, from 2010 onwards, even before 2010, things started going woke. I would say mid 2000s, things started going woke.
Mm.
I don't know why the word woke is attributed to them, because they're fast asleep.
Lying about the climate stuff, 100%. With all these articles with conflicting information and the fact that you can't go there and figure out for yourself, they're hiding something, 100%.
Right.
God bless, guys. Thanks for hopping on the live stream.
Okay.
I agree with you guys in prayer. Always fun to hang out with you guys. Jesus is King. Praying for the kids out there. who need the help they need and all the innocent life, praying that the evil people who are in power, that God will deliver us from them worldwide and that justice will come. And we pray that America will turn around from its wrong ways, that God's people will repent.
The video I was going to do has been blocked. No way, they blocked it, no doubt, because it was Joe Rogan. Logical Observations put it out. Look, they blocked it. No way, so I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, and I agree with that brother's prayer for sure.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Amen.
No, it's like when you really get down to it, what are they hiding down there at the firmament?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Absolutely.
no other way around it, because it's like, oh crap.
Absolutely.
Because it actually shows that the Bible's real.
Right. There could be more to it than just firmament, absolutely. But they're certainly hiding the firmament, for sure. Yeah, so Logical Observation put this out. Joe Rogan just got absolutely cooked with truth bombs on flat earth. It got taken down. No doubt. No bloody doubt. I wish I'd downloaded it now. Idiot. I should have downloaded. I usually download stuff, don't I? But lately, because I've got YouTube Premium, I stopped downloading because I don't get ads now. So I stopped downloading, and I wish I'd downloaded it. I wish I'd downloaded it. See, no doubt, because it's Joe Rogan, because it's flat earth, and you got cooked on it. And the thing is, the guy who's talking about flat earth, he's not sure. He's still not sure whether it's not a globe or flat earth. You know what I mean? He's just investigating, but he sees all the evidence pointing towards flat earth. But he wasn't a flat earther. But Joe Rogan still got cooked on it from a non-flat earther talking about flat earth. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they've took it down. They've took it down. Unbelievable. Right, so Logical Observation put a video out there. I don't know what it is, but let's check it out. That's the only one I can. Instead of doing that one, I'll do this one, Logical Observations one.
Oh, he's always got some nuggets.
Sorry?
I said he's always got some nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, I did start playing it, and I think it says this video will trigger you. So I think people have been accusing him of something. So it might not be his normal video, like showing his NASA fakery and stuff. It might be something else, I don't know. But yeah, I really want to show that Joe Rogan video. Unbelievable. I really wish I'd blooming downloaded it. Naughty. But mind you, if I'd shown it, they would have took it down as well. They probably would have took it. Well, maybe they might not have been able to take it down because I would have been doing commentary through it. And the thing is, they probably took it down because he just uploaded that. He didn't put any commentary through it. He was just showing him getting cooked. He was just literally must have been from Joe Rogan's. So it'd be Joe Rogan that's copyrighted him or something. Guarantee it.
Right.
And because it's flat earth. Right, let's see what Logical's saying. Yeah. No, not Logical. Blimmin' hell. Level Earth Observer. It's Logical.
Oh, yeah, he came out with one earlier too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Logical had his video taken down, but I'm getting mixed up with the name now. This is Level Earth Observer. Adam is his real name. Right. Let's make this tall. So that's better. And us smaller. There we go.
I literally have to spell this out. There's so much dishonesty regarding me and this channel. So many lies and misrepresentations about my claims. My claims are simple.
It happens with all Level Earth channels, Adam. It happens all the time. And his claims are what he says, like he's about to say. His claims are basic. They're truth. They're what you observe. That's what he claims.
Simplistic and honest and can be tested and verified by all. And there lies the problem. That's why believers of a conceptual idea struggle psychologically to grasp that, because it means they need to account for their own beliefs rather than point at someone else's beliefs. My stance doesn't involve beliefs. It's all about the things that are physically true.
That's true. I mean, he doesn't talk about Christ or anything like that, but he does talk about Level Earth. I mean, he doesn't call himself flat earther. He calls himself demonstrable realist, but in effect, he's a flat earther. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Globers know that.
He just
but
doesn't
it's
like
like,
the camera.
but at the same time, I mean, it's for cautionary reasons. That way, he doesn't have to be associated with every other personality in Flat Earth.
Yeah, well, he
can
has
focus on-
give his reasons why he doesn't like being called a flat.
Well, I mean, well, for good reason. I don't.
Yeah,
blame him
absolutely. I agree with him. But I don't mind being called a flat earther. I'm fine with it. It's the same.
Well,
as
me too. No, but I mean, I know his reasons. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
aye,
totally
absolutely.
understandable. Mm.
Absolutely, and it's the same. I mean, it's the same as I'm fine with being called a Trinitarian, not the Catholic sect Trinitarianism, but I'm fine with being called a Trinitarian because I believe in the Trinity 100%. So I'm fine with that too. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what the results are. I've not bought into any kind of alternative conceptual idea or product. The moment I realized the globe was physically impossible and the deception at play, and in a lot of cases, the misunderstandings of physical reality based on beliefs, which is the general
Yeah, there's
public.
a lot of fallacies out there, a lot of fallacious things out there because of misunderstanding, you know, because they misunderstand what they're actually seeing or demonstrating or what they're doing in the first place because of the indoctrination of the globe in the first place, because it's already there. You know what I mean? You're indoctrinated into it, so then it becomes secular reasoning. You know what I mean?
Because of the education system. When I realized the bigger
There you go.
picture, I stripped the subject bare, sticking with the things that are physically true and physically true only, knowing that the optical worlds is not the same as the physical world.
That's right. I love that book. That's brilliant. Brilliant. It's so good. Yeah. Because you want me to be flying in the sky there, look. Flying in the sky.
I can physically measure these train tracks all the way as far as I can see. And I can measure they're not converging. But optically they are.
Right.
Optically here we've got a boat hovering above the ocean.
Yep.
These things aren't physically.
It's a starship. Starship.
Happening.
It's very low. It's just very low in the sky.
Happening. Which is why when
people
start observing,
that one's over the curve, obviously. That's way behind the curve, that one. You know, it's way, way behind the curve. There's nothing to do with waves there, nothing to do with perspective, you know, nothing to do with convergent points, anything like that, you know.
Well, it's like, where's the left to right curve on a
Right. Right.
Oh,
And
no. Earth is a cylinder, PJ. Okay.
Oh, of course, cylindrical, absolutely.
Yeah. So there's only a curve in one direction.
Absolutely. I mean, and you can actually see. I mean, even though this is the photo, you can actually see that the water is rising here. There's a wave here also. You know, it's not just perspective. There's a wave covering bloody sails, but they would say, "Nah, that's it, well over the curve." You're right.
observations without physicality, it means nothing. That's why this means nothing. Any observation without a physical demonstration to back its claims, in this instance, a demonstration of a large body of water displaying convexity upon its surface, because that's the claims being.
Optically, the boat is under the water, optically, but physically it's not. It's still floating on top of the water there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, physicality is different from optics. Yes, you get your optics from things that are physical, but it's a different story. Physical is different from optics. And that's where they don't separate it sometimes, the Wilburs.
Well, it's like you have to be able to test what you see.
Right. Absolutely.
Made here. They're citing optics as physical reality, when it's plain to see the optical world's very different to the physical world.
Right.
When you realize that, and then you see how the general public still struggle with that, you realize the biggest problem here is a psychological thing. Remember, they believe something that's
refraction.
Well, it's like
physically impossible.
Sorry, go.
Oh, I was going to say, it's like the same thing with the moon landings or whatever. Like, oh, you don't believe that they actually happened, so therefore you somehow doubt in humanity's greatness and our advancements, or you doubt the computer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They had the same technology as 8-bit calculator, and yeah, so you've got an iPhone now. You should be able to go to Mars and beyond.
They've never been to Mars, yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I know it. And I'm gonna get a copy. I'll be back.
Come on.
All right.
Based on hearsay, not physical reality. There's no physical demonstrations, none at all, that would suggest tower cranes and giant pendulums could entertain the multiple different speed vectors like the globe Earth theory suggests. Or
Hey Chris, how you doing, man?
Hey guys, last night Vicky did a stream and she was going off on like Derek and you a little bit. She had me join, but I was just
I don't want to hear what she's got to say about me. I didn't know this, but I don't care. I'm
not speaking. I'm speaking on my behalf.
Right. Okay, but I'm saying I don't care what she says about me. I don't care. I don't want to know.
I don't care. I don't either.
Hold on. I didn't know she did one, but I really don't want to know what she's got to say. We've finished. I don't want anything else. I'm finding it hard already. I'm already finding it hard. You know what I mean? It still hurts, but I don't want to be told any nastiness that she's saying about me, because I know she will. If she's doing that, then I don't want to know about it, because I don't want to be hurt anymore. I'm just trying to get over it. Simple as that. You know.
No, I just want to tell you guys that I am just trying to play good guy. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing, man. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, fair enough. I didn't even know she did one. Didn't even know she did.
So if you see something, because Drunk the Bunk Show came on her stream, and if you see anything circulating or something, they trying to make something entertaining out of it. And
did she let Drunk the Bunk in our panel?
Well, what happened is somebody from Drunk the Bunk Show gifted me a membership, and I pulled up the thing and went to his stream, and then Wesley was in the stream talking about me. So I was telling Vicky this, and she's like, "Oh, have Drunk the Bunk come to my stream." And I'm like, no, he does his own production, blah, blah, blah. I don't really want to mess with him. And then next thing I know, Drunk the Bunk's in her StreamYard. He just pops up out of nowhere, like Wesley or somebody was trolling on Vicky's stream or something.
Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out there, like, excuse me.
But if she said anything about me, because she obviously said stuff about me, I don't care. I don't want to know what she said. I won't watch it. If someone tries to tell me, I won't listen. I mean, and she's talking about Derek too. Well, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I was speaking on my behalf, nothing to her or what she said.
I get you. I thought you were going to tell me what she said. I don't want to know, because it's not that I don't care. I do care. It's just I don't want. I'm trying to get over it. I don't want to be I'm trying not to be hot more than I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Chris,
I get it.
Like you're still kind of, young in the faith, so to speak. I get where you're coming from. You don't need to explain yourself. It's okay.
No, absolutely. It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, no, the point is that, biblically, it's like, we're not supposed to give life to gossip.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just let it die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got put in the middle of that. That's what I'm trying to say. I got put in the middle of it.
Well,
it's not fair. It shouldn't have happened. To be honest, I didn't know she went live. I'm trying. Look, I don't have any contact with her now. You know what I mean? I know she was in Flatsoid yesterday in the chat. I was in the panel, but I shut the chat because I didn't want to see anything, just in case if things were said, I was spoken about, just in case. I'm not saying she did or she would, but I didn't want it to, just in case. I didn't want to see the chat just in case. So I kept it shut. And I'm going to do that for a while, because I don't want to be I don't want to be, even if she doesn't say anything bad, like, I just don't want to be hurt. I'm just trying to get over it. And I don't want to go back to it either. You know, as much as I love her, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back because I'm 50 and I can't be playing games anymore. You know, I'm 50 this year. So I just can't be playing games. Anyway, so
you want to know, we need to be careful, man, because this is people trying to sow discord amongst us, and you just need to keep your eyes open for things like that. And I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you guys were discussing this, but it's the discord that they're trying to sow between us, man. And this is stuff that we just need to be able to kind of, it's easy for me to say because I'm not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying, PJ? I don't know exactly what you're dealing with, but as soon as I heard the disease show, the drunk disease show, then I understand that he's doing this to sow discord. This is what I want. But let me shut up so I could let you guys talk, but then I'll say my piece. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I know she doesn't like Mike from Duck Debunk, so I don't know why she'd let him on there. But that's her prerogative. I can't stop her. I'm not her man anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not going. I wouldn't even try and stop her. But I don't understand why she would have him on. I really don't. But fine. If she wants to do that, that's okay. That's entirely her prerogative. Between her and God, whatever she's going through as well. I mean, I pray for her every day. Absolutely. I don't know why. I know why she told me, but it's not true what she told me because she thinks I didn't give a shit about her when I do, obviously. So, but I'm also not being played with. I'm not being played with to the point of like, well, just because she thinks I'm not chasing her, that I didn't care. I'm not chasing her because I'm not playing games. I'm not being finished with and then being hurt by it and then chasing you and maybe not getting anywhere. It's never got me any. And because I'm not chasing her, she thinks I don't love her when that is not true. So she can say anything she wants about me. Me and God know the situation and know how I feel about her. I just don't want to go back to that kind. I'm not going back. I'm done.
The drama. I feel you, man. The drama. No man needs the drama, man. No man deserves that. No man, no woman deserves it. But when you're the one getting it, nobody needs that, man. And you, like you said, you're 50. You're about to be 50 years old. Like we're too grown for that. You know, so I totally get where you're coming from.
I love her. I do love her, absolutely. But I'm not going to be played with, and I think it'd be easier for me. I've never said in my life I wanted to be single. I've always wanted to be in a relationship and settle down. But lately I've said to myself, I would feel better single the rest of my life than having to deal with drama. I mean, I don't even know why she finished me because the reason she gave me, if she feels that way, fine. She's entitled to feel that way, but it's not true. I do give a shit. 100% give a shit. And she was
we know you do.
You know? But I just don't want to go back to games. So I love her, but I'm not going to have it. I won't go back. I won't now.
Well, it's like what she doesn't see. I'm sorry, but no, what she doesn't see is that even though your channel isn't the biggest, you may not do the most influential things. But the point is, like, you serve a post here in Christ, for fellowship purposes, like, and you are very ardent about it. It's showing God appreciation and thankfulness for what He's given you, including her. Right. No, she doesn't see that. And she's like, oh, PJ's not making me number one in his life or something. Well, it's like, I'm sorry, Vicky, but you're not supposed to be number one in his life. God
she already knows. She already knows the order. She knows God, my son, how. She already knew that. She knew this.
It's nothing, you know.
It's ego, man. It's ego. Once ego gets a hold of you, it's hard to snap out of it, man. It's hard. It is difficult. So, I like her, and I think with a little bit of time, it'll, she'll come to understand. I think that's just a small misunderstanding. I
love her bits, man. She's always got to be in my heart. I'm always got to pray for her.
And because
I couldn't go back. Like even if she wanted to, hold on, Derek. Even if she wanted to go back with me, I'd be scared it happened again, and I don't want to be insecure like that anymore. So I just can't do it.
It's tough, man. Trust is the only thing. man. When it comes to people, man, trust is the only thing that keeps people together. As soon as you lose trust, you can't. It's either hard to get back or you ain't getting it back no more, man. It's hard. It's very difficult. So trust is. That's why to me the truth is everything, man. I've been, I've compromised myself with people, man. With my ex-wife, I sure as hell did. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it, right? But it made me grow up. It forced me to grow up because of my freaking inadequacies, because of my lying and shit. And it taught me a hard lesson, but I came out the other end a better person. Without my ex, sure, but that's my fault. That's a lesson I needed to learn. And I tell you what, man, it's a lesson worth learning, because the amount of people that you become good with on the other end because you're a better person and you're an honest person because of it definitely helps. But as far as like the loss of the loss of integrity, like you feel that when the integrity is gone, you get it. You totally get it because you experience it. Whether you're the one delivering or you're the one being, you're the one receiving it. So yeah, I totally understand, man. I totally understand.
I mean, I can't be done with the job. I'm not a perfect person. I still, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be, I'm just trying to do my best where I can with the Lord. I still smoke weed. I still do things wrong. I mean, I'm an ex-addict. I'm an ex-addict who's still on medication for it. Sometimes I take too much of my medication. Yes, I can imagine the things she's saying about me. But the thing is, I know that it's said out of anger and probably hot, whatever it is, she's entitled to feel how she's entitled to feel, but I'm entitled to say that that's the way you feel is unjustified on my part. It's not. I did not give a shit about you at all. That's far from truth, But you're justified to feel the way you want to feel, because if you feel that way, you feel that way for a reason. But the reason is wrong. What I was accused of is wrong. I might seem like I don't give a shit about it sometimes, but we're imperfect people. I can't always be in a good mood, but it doesn't mean to say I don't give a shit and people aren't a priority, and she wasn't a priority, because she was a priority. Anyway,
And we know that,
Jerry. I just don't want to upset myself.
No, it's all good, brother.
But yeah, no, good. Oh, good. I mean, I didn't even know she'd done a live stream, but listen, it's her channel. She can do what she wants. She can speak to who she wants. I don't understand her speaking to Drunk Debunk, but she can speak to who she wants, and I'm not even going to say anything about it. That's it. It's done.
Yeah. What I think is dangerous is, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah. What I think is dangerous is allowing him, because this is what he's there to disrupt. He's there to cause drama. He's there to have us not talk about anything that's fulfilling and that's going to bring salvation into our lives. He's there to disrupt on purpose. This is the epitome of liars. He's there for that, to cause like some kind of havoc. Like he brings nothing of substance to the table.
None.
So
Correct.
this is the guise of the shaitan, dude. This is Satan's work. Like, and I'm not a Bible dude. I'm not a Christian like that. I'm just not. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. But like, you see the people for the fruits that they bring.
Well,
and that's what he brings, man. He brings discord. He brings drama. He brings the bad stuff that's not going to help repair anything between you and her. But and that's a good question to ask. Like, why would she bring him onto the show? Which I'm not trying to start anything or nothing like that. But it's like, that's dangerous. A person like that, he's not good. He's not a good person, yo.
It's like, despite us knowing that, we can't quite stop her, and because we love her, we're
right.
She'll find
totally.
out.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's that project.
I'm going to quickly pray because I feel like I need to. Just going to do that now. Right, Lord God, I just thank you for my brothers here, and I thank you for everybody around us. Thank you, Lord, that you put us in fellowships for a reason. And I thank you for what we learned from them, Lord. I just pray for Vicky, Sister Vicky, right now. I just bring her before you. And I pray that whatever she's going through, Lord, that you just help her in her situation and help her to see the truth in whatever comes her way. God, comfort her and be with her. always, Lord. And I just pray for each and every one of my brothers here, Lord, that you be with them. You know what I mean? You prosper them, Lord God, in what you want them to do. Not in riches, Lord, but in what you want them to do. Lord, give us wisdom, strength, and knowledge. Help us all in this situation. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Hey,
Right.
Vicky, how's it going, mister?
How you doing, Roger? You good?
No, fine.
Raj, what's good, man?
Oh, well, and I'm good. I've been with the grandkids all day long, so I'm still here with them now. I would kind of got some.
Well, good. Good, Roger.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all of this. I had no idea that this was happening either. If I would have known something about, and you can see who's coming out, who's coming out.
Yeah.
What the heck's going on?
It sounds like a song.
Oh, that's me. My bad. That's me. My bad. I'll just keep it quiet. My bad. Go ahead.
That's funny for
I'm
Roger
just
to say
putting
that
some-
when he used to be the noisiest.
Yeah, right. Roger's the noise maker over here. Yeah. Yeah, let me go ahead.
So we so we do the rest of Thingy's video, Red Left's video.
Yeah, sure.
Should we do it?
And I still have to finish getting my coffee. Chris came in and started talking, and I wanted to say something, but okay.
I did show a video about Slinging's doing about guy getting banned for live stream in Antarctica. He had his Starlink with him, and he got banned for they took it off him. So I did that, and then I was going to do a logical observation, put a piece on Joe Rogan talking to another dude who's not a flat earther, but he's talking from a flat earth perspective because everything he experiences is flat earth. So he's on the fence. And it was funny because Joe Rogan was just denying everything. Oh, yeah, okay, but what about this? What about this? What about this? What about the moon landings? What about satellites? All this stuff. And he wasn't even a flat earther, and you cooked him pretty much. And he wasn't a flat earther. And I went to show it, and it's been taken down, obviously, because it's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, the one thing they're not going to let out, and that's what I was telling.
I wish I'd downloaded it. I wish I'd downloaded it. We could have watched it in Rumble. Yeah. I usually download things, but because I'm on YouTube Premium now, I stopped downloading, didn't I? So
you can download to the premium.
No, I know that. No, but I used to download to my. It's no good downloaded because even if I downloaded to the premium, it still would have disappeared. It wouldn't have stayed there.
You want to know something? I find it funny that all these people, these guys, even though they may not say he's a flat earther or he might not call himself that, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But you want to know what he's doing? He's delivering the truth based off of what it was he saw, what it was he experienced. But then you have people like Joe Rogan, right?
Mm-hmm.
People like him, because they have such a big platform, they have a lot of sway. And then they have a way of making people fall for their BS and their lies. I just caution people, when you see people like that and they've been wrong before and then they just double down and they continue to be wrong, you shouldn't even listen to them anymore. Or unless you're listening to them to learn what not to do. Because this dude is never going to steer you in the right direction.
No.
Him and a lot of those people, and I give him credit for talking about the shot the way he did, right? But I mean, just look at him. You had people, he's got people out there trying to put him on game, trying to help him out, tell him, hey, look, man, you're being lied to about this. These are lies. These are lies. And for Joe Rogan, of all people, to see where he came from, right? For him to have the caliber of people that he has on his show, to sit there and then talk about the moon landing the way he does, he's compromised, man. I don't think anybody should. Yeah, I don't think anybody should give him any fucking. I think if anything, they should use him as the poster boy. People like him and Jaron to show this is what being compromised looks like. This is when you claim to be fringe, but you're compromised. Joe Rogan, Jaron. That's what you use them as poster boys. You don't use them as the example of good media. You use them as poster boys. As this is what compromise looks like. Joe Rogan, and then you make fun of them. You shame them. You gotta shame them the same way we get shamed for being flat earthers. You shame them for lying to everybody. That's it. And then you fight. You give them that same heat. And you want to know something? That's how change happens.
Right. How can you trust Joe Rogan anyway, who's so bloody fickle when he says he was against the moon landings, then all of a sudden he's all for him again? You know, how can you just someone that sees the truth in NASA and shit like that, and then goes back to, oh yeah, no, they must have happened. Bull crap.
Joe's always on the bandwagon. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Now, that's one thing they're not going to let out, and it's the one thing they're going to hold on to. They're not going to put flat Earth out there like home. It's getting out regardless. But they're not throwing it out there. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at all this stuff that's happened with Epstein and all the rest of this crap." Oh, you guys weren't lying about that, you know. But now, when it comes down to like the big thing, no, they're not going to.
No,
but the thing is we have an established record, and it's like we're batting 1,000. It's like, yeah, we were right about that. But we see it's like because we recognize the flat Earth, everything else fell into place. Everything won't make sense for people because it's like the flat Earth serves as a skeleton key of sorts, right? Because you see it, and then you see all these other things, you get a big time revelation, and it's a come to Jesus moment, and it's great. But if they don't see the basics in why the flat Earth is important, all the other stuff is going to catch them off guard. And so all they could say is, well, you're right about that, but you're wrong about this. But you're right about that, but you're wrong about this. And they're going to keep playing that game because the flat Earth scares a lot of people. The flat Earth makes people feel uncomfortable. And the thing is people are so wound up with being cool and looking good in front of their friends that they never want to admit that the Earth is the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because there's so many implications. Like, oh, if Earth is flat, that means it was created, which means God is real, and it means me ignoring him most of my life has real.
I'm screwed.
Consequences.
Exactly. If I keep ignoring them, then I'm gonna have to pay. I'm gonna have to pay the piper, and I'm not ready for that. Which you want to know something? To be honest, in all honesty, I could see why people would be afraid. Because even me, like, I do all kinds of foul shit. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to claim I'm perfect. And the reason I say I do foul stuff is because I know I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, I'm the best Christian around and this and that, because that's not true. It's not true.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I just noticed Sleeping Warrior's over on my backup channel. Sleeping Warrior, you're on the backup channel, bro. If you want to come over our side, let me just send you the link.
No, but it's like I would rather hang out with sinners who admit their faults rather than hang out with people who pretend they're too good.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So these Joe Rogans and those Jarens that, like, I don't know. Just the other day, Jaren's talking crap about Dave Weiss. Now I know Dave Weiss has his flaws, and there are things I don't necessarily, that I find a little bit unpalatable with them. But at the same time, I'm looking at his body of work, and I feel he does more to help the community than most people. Right? We don't have to agree with how he does his stuff every time. But I'm like, he's showing a lot of people, and I learned a lot from him too. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't. But I see Jaren coming out there, and I'm like, Jaren, what is the truth then? And I'm like, you're going to talk all this crap about him, then what's the truth? Okay, then give us the truth. That's my thing. If you're going to say this, we want the truth then. Give us the truth. Yeah, go ahead. My bad, man.
He's not telling the truth about anything. I mean, look what Jaren used to do. Like his what was it? His baby NASA. What was it called again? The bleeding NASA thing. He's NASA debunks anyway. Look, and now he believes NASA. Come on, how can you go from? How can you go from seeing the truth about NASA and all the bullshit to not to actually believing it again? That's bull. You can't. You just can't.
No, that's what happens. And you know what? The Bible talks about it. That's what happens when you're of the world. That's what happens when you're of the world. You belong to the world, and you belong to those people. And the thing that they're going to do with you, they're going to treat you like a little whore. And after they make you their bitch and you're their slave and you're their whore, they're going to break you. I don't know how they're going to do it, but all that money they're giving you and everything else, these people like Joe Rogan, they don't understand. They're tools for Satan. And then as soon as Satan's done with you, he's going to break you. And then he's going to break everything that you love and everything that you like. He's going to destroy it right in your face, and then you die.
Right. Yeah, of course he's a show. Of course he's a show. Absolutely. Absolutely. Simple as that. Definitely. Right. Yeah, no, nice one for that, Vlad. Absolutely agree, man.
And well, I mean, because it's like, I share some sentiment about Jaren where it's like, yeah, he did tell the truth about NASA.
At one point.
and then well, there's other underhanded ways where he does spit some truth, like where like admitting where you're wrong, where that actually is an aspect of being humble.
He was doing that to deceive someone, but it is a truth.
No,
yes.
right. I know the way.
It's true.
He was trying to act
Right.
like, oh yeah, we actually saw the 24-hour sun here in Antarctica. Like, no, they didn't.
Right. Prove that, bro. Prove
But that was still, for me, it was still a gift in an underhanded way.
Jeremy can eat a full of dicks. That's how bad it was about Jeremy.
No, because in me, in being able to admit when I'm wrong about something, that's just fine. Because I would prefer to do that rather than act like I'm right about everything all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I do bat 1,000.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Because it creates an environment that is more honest and welcoming.
Yeah.
Forthright. Yeah.
And
So,
people don't right, because as soon as you're claiming that you're right all the time, as soon as you're wrong, you lose. Like you're gonna lose with people.
Right.
As
And
soon
all
as
of a
you're
sudden,
wrong.
like, oh, I'm the leader or something like that. Like, no.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't have. Well, I mean, some things I'll put 100% stamp on, but things that I'm not 100% sure on, but I really think is true, I will not turn around and say 100% stamp on that. I'll always say, but I could be wrong.
Right.
We can be wrong quite a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're human people. We're flawed. We ain't God.
Yeah, and you want to know something? I'd love for them to show us where we're wrong with this flat Earth thing. Like seriously, I'd love for them to show us and be honest with it. And really, all they have to do, they don't have to do all this stuff like these guys make these claims about the sky doing this. It's like you don't have to do that. You have to give us this Earth curvature. So you have these guys that want to clown us, and that's cool. And if those guys want to listen to those people clowning us, that's fine too. That's your choice. That's your prerogative. But be honest and ask them for where this curvature is. Really, that's all it is. We're not concerned about what they did in Antarctica, to be honest with you. We're more concerned with why would you make things up? Why would you get caught in so many lies? Whether they saw the 24-hour sun or not, which many of us either believe or don't believe, it doesn't matter because we still need curvature on the ground. So for these globe Earth people, they just need to stop for a second. They can recommence and make fun of us afterwards, but they just need to ask that question. Where's that curvature curve? If as soon as they could give curvature and demonstrate it and do it again and again and again, like I ain't got no problem with them. None. But they're not going to do that.
And they never can, and they never will, because it's not there.
That's right. That's right.
So,
it's that
they
easy.
have their own little huddles, but all their huddles amount to is emptiness, and that's what they have.
Yes.
They don't have contentment because the truth is not on their side.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
And and I caution them again. You keep lying like that, and you keep being on the side of liars. I'm not going to forget you. I will not forget you. I'm going to remember you. And my thing is, people are tired, man. People are fucking tired of the bullshit. People are tired of liars. And as soon as they catch you out there being in concert with liars, you're fucked. You're screwed. It's not that we don't live in 20 years ago where you could get away with shit like that. You're fucked, man. People are going to give you that business if they catch you. So fucking lie all you want.
Crows, you get shot with the crows, don't you? You fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. That's it. I mean, if you're caught lying all the time, even later on, if you're telling the truth, people are going to disbelieve you if you lie about stuff and you're caught lying.
That's right.
People, like, say Jeremy came back to flat Earth and he was truthful about it. People ain't going to trust him. Never.
Nope.
Never. And people do deserve second chances. That's Christian doctrine, 100%. But people are allowed to distrust people as well as forgive them.
Absolutely, absolutely. They'd be doing themselves a favor, man. You can't trust somebody that big that's going to bring discredit to the community. You just can't. And I don't care how Christian it is. I would never trust him ever again. I wouldn't. I don't care if it's my Christian duty or not. I'm not doing it. If somebody wants to do it, they're more than welcome to. But people like that, they need to be taught a lesson.
It's like Sleeping Warriors in chat. He knows Ranty personally. You know Ranty. I don't know if some guys will know him. Yeah.
Who?
Ranty. He had Brandon's channel
Ranty.
before. Brandon Ranty. You might not know him, Chris. I have showed the channel. I don't know if you know him, Vlad.
No, Ranty Flatters. Ranty
Ranty's old
Flatters.
school. Yeah, Ranty is.
I've heard his
old
name
school.
forever, but I've never. No.
Right. So Ranty's the one who was a flat earther, old school flat earther. You know what I mean? From 2015, 2014, 2015 onwards, Sleeping Warrior and chat went and did an observation with them, and he knows that Ranty believes in flat earth. But Ranty went back to the globe after the Blackpool observation. If you remember the Blackpool observation, about the tower with the mountains in the background.
No, so he flopped back to it, and now he's a globe.
He went back to globe, but he 100% knows the Earth is flat. 100% knows the Earth is flat, but he's now on the globe side. But he 100% knows it's flat. And would you still say that, Anthony, in chat? Would you still say that Ranty believes the Earth is flat, even though he's a glober? Ranty knows it's flat. That he did umpteen observations that debunks the Blackpool thing. He did so many good observations. Not everybody liked him, but you know, he did some beautiful observations, without a doubt. What was that? Anthony just wanted to see curve near him, and he could see Blackpool Tower from Hoylake with me. He knows it isn't. He knows it isn't flat. He knows it is flat. You mean? I don't think you meant to put isn't that. He says he knows it isn't flat, but he knows it is flat. He knows it's like he knows it's
like
flat,
it is.
right?
Yeah, I get it.
There you go. Absolutely. He knows it's flat. Yeah, absolutely. 100% knows it's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was just a mistake, bro. Absolutely. Yeah, I knew. Like I knew him personally.
And yeah, no,
they can have their lives.
There's a cash grab.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Vlad.
Yeah, of course.
No. Go ahead. I was just going to say some stuff. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was just saying, like Ranty, not old school flat earther. I knew him too, and yeah, he was pretty hardcore about FE.
Yes, very hardcore. Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like at this drop of a dime, he just flipped.
Absolutely, just flipped. I remember the day before, or a couple of days before, he said it was a globe. He came into Brandon's, who was still kind of his channel and Brandon's overlapping at the time. And he came in and he was talking about flat earth proof from history. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was still talking flat earth proof. And 2 days later, he's saying it's a globe. That just doesn't happen, you know?
Nope.
And it should be posted.
The links at the top. It's Anthony, links at the top. Steamrod links at the top. It's pinned. I'll stick it in again. Just in case you can't see it for some reason. There you go, bro. There you go. Yeah, for sure. I liked his was it the BT Towers observation that Ranty did? Well, it wasn't an observation as such. It was more demonstration type thing. He did a little slide piece on that. You know, where I had to have direct line of sight, but you know, two BT Towers, one in some part of England, another part of UK somewhere, and they would have to have direct line of sight, but they wouldn't have if there was God. You know, so he did loads of stuff that was good, but then sold out completely. How you doing, Anthony?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, Ranty does know. Hang on, let me just find out how to turn this camera off.
At the bottom.
Yeah, Ranty absolutely knows it's flat because like his shtick was like just show me curvature near where I live.
Yeah,
that was his mantra, and we've got like a big tower around us called Blackpool Tower, and it's not that big really compared to some other towers around the world, but it's big enough to see from 30 miles away, and you're not supposed to be able to see it because from 30 miles away it's supposed to be below the curve. Like the blob at the top is the only bit that you're supposed to be able to see, and you can see it. not only can you see the tower, you can see the roller coaster, you can see lots of lights along the promenade. It's difficult to work out what the lights are, but you ain't meant to be seeing any lights. It's supposed to be behind the curve.
Right.
Ranty has to pretend that observation doesn't exist anymore to hold his position.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him a shill. He's shilling for globe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. And you know, after this thing we experienced, and after this thing we experienced in 2020, you figured people would be like so tired of lies, because I keep bringing 2020 up because lives were lost. That's the price you pay for lies, is death, right? Isn't that what the scriptures say? Something to that effect. And then you see it getting played out right in your face, and people just don't understand the price they have to pay because of lies. It's so bad. And you know, I wish we could better explain it to people. But if you don't understand the flat earth, you have to see it for yourself. Because if you don't see it, you'll be subject to being tricked and to being lied to. And then you won't have any confidence in believing or understanding yourself. So you'll believe anything that you hear. And then what ultimately happens, you believe that those shots that they were offering you are good for you. And then ultimately, because you're not properly informed, because you don't understand how this world truly can be evil because of those people, you forfeit your life. And I mean, thank God. I thank God every day that I found the flat earth when I did, right? And I started to understand the implications of, hey, these lies are just that big. And maybe I don't need that dang shot. You know what I'm saying? I might suffer a little bit, but like at the end of the day, do you think it's worth, you know, losing a couple of dollars or your pancreas? Is it worth a couple of dollars or your heart lining? Stuff like that. And people that just get sick, or they're like, oh wow, now I have this bum knee and it was never like that before I got that cocoa, or I've got liver damage and it was never like that before A, B, and C. Everybody's experiencing that. So now they're like, I forfeited my health for a lie. I forfeited my health for a few dollars, because I wasn't brave enough to understand how evil people are. And to me, this is why I get so passionate about the flat earth. This is why I get so angry when I see people sitting there arguing and fighting with us, because I'm like, it's you people. You made so many people just lose their lives. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that. A lot of people forgot the cocoa from 6 years ago, where they lost their lives. Like, that's the price you pay. You pay the ultimate price. And now we got to deal with that stuff again with these lies. Hell no, I don't want any part of it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Hey, Ironwork.
Absolutely.
My missus is she's an intelligent woman. She knows her stuff, right? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to identify her in any way, but she absolutely knows that the trials to make cocoa safe, she knows that it's 20 years to be considered safe. She knows that anything less than 20 years is potentially dodgy, and anything less than 10 years is not safe. She knows it takes years and years and years, right? She admitted to me recently that she had the cocoa thing, and she had the second cocoa thing, but she didn't go back for the third. Now
that was the same as Vicky. That was the same as Vicky. She had the first, second, but didn't do the third. Yeah.
And I said to her, I said, "Why are you only telling me this now?" She said, "Because I didn't want to cause any trouble." She said, "I know what your position is," and she said, "I just didn't want to cause any trouble." And I said, "Right." I said, "And have you noticed any difference?" And she said, "Do you know what?" She like, and I swear on my mother's life, she is ill all the time. She has constantly got a cold, and it's as if her immune system's been wiped. It's as if she's relearning all the colds that she had when she was a kid that she's now immune to. It's as if she's having to relearn all them again. And do you know what the most bizarre thing is? She can't pass these colds to me. She is permanently sniffling, permanently bunged up nose, permanently got eyes running like a river.
It's isolated.
Yeah, well, it's just
it's in her body, but his body,
right. Yeah, I'm immune to it. Yeah, I'm in the same bed as
your body's. It's like your body's not compromised. It's like your body's not compromised because of that thing, right?
And now, as time's gone by, I ask her, like, do you think that there was benefit to you for getting that stuff? And she said no. She said, that's why I'm ill all the time, isn't it? And I was like, so do you regret getting that stuff? And she said, yeah, I wish I'd never done it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that your way of acknowledging that whatever went on was not true? And she just she just can't acknowledge it because she's in a position where, because of her job, she's got to toe the party line, and she
Right.
knows that she knows how ill she is because of the cocoa stuff.
That thing, yeah.
But she knows it, but she can't admit it. She can't admit it. It's nuts.
Yep. Yeah, but you want to know something, man? It's people aren't I say this time and time again. People aren't uncomfortable enough, man. You got to get to that place of discomfort where now your life is like you know when the time you're like, all right, you've got a week left. It's only then people will say what's on their mind, and usually it's the truth that they've experienced. But other than that, people, the money's too good. People's bellies are full. The lights are on. They're warm. They're so the comfort can be a curse when you're not cold. Your stomach isn't touching your freaking spine or nothing like that. It's easy to be lulled to sleep, and it's easy to just pass on lies because you don't feel the discomfort of it.
That's true.
Nobody does. And even then, they're like, oh, if I say something, I might lose my job. It's like,
You get
dude, the job,
complacent.
in my eyes, the job ain't even worth it. Dude, let me tell you, I was about to lose my retirement because of that freaking shot. And I said, oh, fucking well. I said, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I said, because you want to know what I can't, I could lose all the retirements I want. But you want to know what I can't get back? I can't get my health back, man.
Right.
Yeah, my mum.
I can't get that back.
My mum worked in the on the front line in the hospitals, and she told me at the time. She said that the doctors know that this is not what they're being told, and they know that they know that it's not right. And all the nurses and doctors were told that you either get the cocoa thing, or you're gonna all lose your jobs. I mean, mum was like in the last 7 or 8 months of her retirement, like she was very close to retirement, and she said, "I'm not getting it. You can get rid of me and I'll sue you. You're not forcing medication on me," because the one thing that she does know is that they can't force medicate you. Yeah, you can always refuse medication. So she stood her ground, and she encouraged and motivated everybody else around her. And in the end, they were saying, you either all get the cocoa or you're all getting laid off. And they just stood the ground. And in the end, they backed down because they couldn't afford to lose all the staff. But she's a nurse, and she said that the doctors were saying that this is bacterial pneumonia. It just needs antibiotics, and the bottom line is they're not allowed to give them it because they've got to follow the policy.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. They put people between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? They put people between a rock and a hard place where they think they've got no way out and they have to do it or take it or whatever. You know?
Yep.
It's mad.
But it says a lot, man. It says a lot about not just our society here in the United States, but the world at large. And people swear, like I've said this before, people swear, when we watch these movies on TV in Hollywood like that, everybody wants to pair up with the ideology of the hero. Well, the hero does the hard stuff. It's so easy. Again, like I said, man, everybody swears up and down, hey, I'm Optimus Prime. Hey, I'm Batman. I'm Superman. I'm the Flash. I'm all these good people making all these sacrifices. I'm Spider-Man making all these freaking sacrifices, right? In the name of good. But what people don't understand is good has to start with you first. It has to start with, it's got to be real. It's got to be genuine. And it's got to come from within first. If you're afraid to do the things that are going to, in the long run, benefit you, but in the short term, it looks good. If you're afraid to do that, my friend, you are not a hero. You are not, you're the scared person on the side of the road waiting to be rescued. You're not worthy. And it sucks to have to say that, man, but it's a goddamn truth. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think that's all right. No, yeah, good. I think first of all, good has to come. Well, good does come from God, and Jesus Christ is my hero. Even though I love Superman, Jesus Christ is my hero. Absolutely. The good has to come from God first. Sorry.
Do you remember the Infectico hangout that Ranty did?
Oh, I do. I mean, that was maybe before my time. I only seen Ranty from 2019 onwards.
So it was just before Ranty turned. He did a hangout called Infectico. And it was where
I'll probably remember it, and I just don't remember the name.
He claimed that he met a Mason who told him that, that basically the cocoa thing was coming. And he claimed something stupid like an infection rate of about 93%. And a mortality rate of about 30. Now, don't quote me on those numbers, but they were around about that figure. And I remember thinking like 30% mortality, that's going to be millions of people. And anyway, when he did this hangout called Infectico, this was the beginning of him, like he was morphing from his caterpillar to his butterfly because he'd become something else. But the real motive for why he did all this was because Nathan, one day, he had a fallout with Nathan, and Nathan said to him, Ranty, do you not think that if I was only in this for money, that I would be on the other side of the argument? You don't make any money on this side of the argument. Right. 2 weeks later, Ranty's on the other side of the argument.
There you go. There you go. Was this after he got beat up by a load of Globers in the car?
Yeah, Globe 1. Yeah. He said he got chased in his Fiesta by 4 guys.
Globe 1, yeah, the registration plate was Globe 1.
Yeah, man. 4 guys in his car, and the number plate was Globe 1.
What a trade-off. Isn't it crazy the things people do for money? This is it. We get to see it played out real time. The things people do for money because of discomfort or for whatever reason. They think and sometimes they think I'm just going to do it for a little while, then I'm going to get off. But no, man, they give you pump, they give you a channel, they pump your head up and make you feel as if you're special like Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's still lies. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's still a lie.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Do you remember when he was on Patricia's show and he said he was speaking about the straw, was it a lumberjack in his wardrobe? Did you remember that? He said that he has vivid dreams, or it was either vivid dreams or hallucinations or something like that. Some communication, some like out of body communication with a lumberjack in his wardrobe. And the ball earthers at the time, he was on our side, but the ball earthers were ripping the piss out of him all the time because whatever it was he was describing was so fantasial, it was ridiculous. But he was like passing it off as though it was genuinely, and he probably genuinely believed it. It may well even be true, but it's so ridiculous that Blur thought we're all taking the piss out of him. And then obviously he did a Globe 1, and like literally nobody believed what he was doing. But then he swapped sides, and then all of a sudden all that's forgotten, and they forget about some of the stupid stuff that he said. And he's now considered. They now push the story that he's a decent guy and he's seen the light and all that. And I'm like, oh my god, look how superficial you lot are.
Yeah. They can have, hey, you know what? They can have a billion, they can have a trillion people on their side. Guess what? I'm sure hell is wide the hell open, and hell is ready. Hell will never get full. It'll always have space for folks. So my thing is, you could think you're right all you want. As soon as you start pushing those lies, dude, you're done. Like you're screwed. So all the money and all the people, and that's the thing that they say, well, all these people believe it. Be like, people also believe that they didn't need their appendix. And people also believe that they didn't need their pinky toe. And people also believe that they didn't need their freaking, remember in the 80s when they told you didn't need your the thing in your throat when you were a kid? You know what I'm talking about. The tonsils. Remember that shit? They used to tell you, just get rid of your tonsils. Now it's like, man, what are you doing?
Now it's just get rid of your balls.
Appendix as well. They used to say about appendix.
Yeah. Just get rid of them. You don't need them. And people fall for it. But they swear up and down that they're right.
Right.
They swear up and down that they're right. And I'm like, okay, you could think you're right. Doesn't matter. You could have a zillion people thinking that they're right. You're still all wrong and you're still fucked. That's it. We just came through the cocoa. Everybody freaking thought they were right. And it's like, you're fucked. Like you just don't get it. That's what happens when you fall for the lies. Go ahead. My bad, Raj. My bad.
Yeah, I wanted to take the floor for a minute. I had a baller come in my little trap, and I had a conversation with him last night. So basically, here's the gift. They're claiming to me that level is curved, but here's how it works. It works with gravity. They measure to the downward force.
Yeah,
that's the level they're going to push.
They conflate level.
All right.
Yeah,
they conflate level with equidistant or equidistant, and they're not synonyms.
They're trying.
Antonyms.
Yeah.
Just because
they're trying. They're trying. You know what they can't do? They could say all the words. They could say all the nice words they want. All the big Neil deGrasse Tyson words. You know what they can't do? They can't measure curvature. And you know why that's a big problem? Because don't they show us pictures of the Earth from space? Don't they always show us pictures of the Earth from space? Right. So you could see curvature there. You should be able to measure that kind of curvature, correct?
Absolutely.
The same way. And so Right. So with that kind of curvature, that distance of curvature, I don't. That whole excuse is we're too close or we're too small. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Because you know what? People can measure plant cells, right? Cell walls. People measure those all the time. You could measure the thickness of a blood cell. You could measure the thickness of paper with a micrometer. The same way you can measure those small things, and we can measure these big things, and we can measure mountains, and we could measure the weight of a naval combatant, is the same way that you can measure curvature on the earth if it existed. So all these things that they're saying are excuses. They're just trying to run the clock out. They can't measure curvature because it's not curving. It's that simple.
Well, have you ever heard PhD Tony talk about his bookshelf? The bookshelf is flat and level, but he hang it crooked, it would still be flat and level. I'm dead serious.
It wouldn't be level, would it?
Kind of
If
gymnastics that he
it were
does.
level, then it wouldn't be crooked.
Yeah, no. Don't
Right.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. These guys know and you want to know something? They know their time is up. Their time is up. They're just trying to find. They're at their death throes. Their time is up. And this whole Epstein thing, I'm telling you, it's a good thing this Epstein thing is happening, because now people have no choice but to look at our claim. People have no choice because they're trying to figure out, like, where the fuck are all these lies coming from? Have you ever looked for a bathroom and you found one in the most craziest place? You're about to piss on yourself. You're so uncomfortable. You're like, holy shit. You see a post office. That's the only thing open. Let's just pretend. Then you're like, do you have a bathroom? They're like, yes. That's the only place of relief. The flat earth is the same thing. We're one of the few places of relief that people could ultimately come to. And then once they see the truth for themselves, everything will start to make sense. So we're always open. If we're always open, people are just scared.
I remember, is D Marble still about, or Delby on the
He is.
imaginary curve?
He's not doing anything. He put out a couple of videos like in the last year.
I haven't seen him in a while.
about it. Yeah.
Okay, so I remember when D Marble brought out a video where he was basically on a plane and he got a device. I think it was his iPhone, and he was basically got the spirit level. And the argument is essentially that if the plane's flying around a curve, then the spirit level on the iPhone will gradually rotate with the plane. Because let's be honest, if whatever speed the plane's flying at, it is going to follow the curvature of the Earth. And that iPhone, that spirit level on the thing is going to have to start changing. And obviously they all say, oh, it's because it adjusts with gravity and all that nonsense, right? But I remember when I first saw that video, and I remember thinking, like, that's such a good idea, but it's just not executed well. Like,
D-Man wants to do the exact same thing, Anthony. He wants to take a level on a flight, and he's going to record it the whole way. A long flight. Yeah. So D-Man's the guy in our group. He's going to he's on vacation. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to do it.
Yeah, it's such a good thing, because let's be honest, right? If it were really a ball, that would be the way that they would prove it very, very easily. They would get your iPhone, stick it on a plane, and show the rotation or the curve. That's how they do it.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, if it was a ball, they would fight to show us the ball.
Yeah, yeah. What they'd also do,
if it was true,
they'd have a plane flying east and a plane flying west, and the amount of rotation would be different, because one's going with the rotation of the Earth, and the other one's going against it. So one of them's going to have to put nose down more, and the other one's going to be less because it's going slower relative to the rotation of the Earth. And they'd be able to show, oh, look, here's the aggregate effects like of Earth curve, because one's putting nose down more because he's going against the curve, and the other one's got nose down less because he's going with the curve, or whichever way around it is. That'd be how they would prove that the Earth were a spinny water ball, but they can't do it because it doesn't do it.
No. Well, the reference frames, you know what they'll go into. I've been in a couple arguments with IC Spin and a few of the other ones, and they'll always say, well, it's the reference frame. If you're on the moon, you would look down and you would.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's Einstein and gravity is what they're trying to do.
Don't have a frame of reference. They create their own frame of reference when you set it to whatever your datum is when you first turn it on. That is its own reference.
It's calibrated.
Yeah, but they don't understand that. They don't. These aren't physicists we're dealing with. These are people that are just spitting rhetoric. That's what they are.
But these are all gatekeepers.
Fantastic.
These are all so there's two types of ball earther, right? There's the person that absolutely knows that it's not a ball, and we're talking the likes of Fight the Flat Earth and all the main. But then you've got the dumbasses like Tony, what's his name? The guy, the Australian guy.
Yeah,
Tony,
the one that went on the
PhD
trip.
Tony. PhD
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
He genuinely doesn't know, but he pushes the nonsense because he likes the sound of his own voice. He's too dumb to work it out. But all the main protagonists on their side,
PhD.
Rumpus.
Yeah.
Rumpus,
I like
Rumpus
that. I like that I like that he's touting his degree like that
He
means
does.
because he's got one. It's to ball.
Yeah, he's one of the
Nice.
ones that went to he went on TFE thing, didn't he?
No, PhD
Yeah.
didn't go on the TFE. No, that
He's
was
too
Critical
stupid.
Think. That's who you're thinking
It's
of.
too stupid to work it
I'm
out.
thinking of who?
Critical Think.
Critical Think. That's who I'm thinking of. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
That
PhD
that
too.
monkey
My
doesn't
bad,
know
yeah, I'm
anything
getting,
about
I'm
physics.
getting mixed up with the Australian thing. That's what it is.
I'm thinking USGS 30, and he plays with that. That's what he does. And they're pushing geodetics. That's what they're going to be pushing. So, and I've looked at it. None of those match up with anything. And their gravity models are weird, man. They're
How can you
not
have a
spiritual
gravity
at all,
model?
really. Yeah.
What's a
it's model.
gravity model?
Yeah. You don't know gravity. Oh, you should look them up, man. Look up gravity models.
A gravity model. Yeah. Is that
More
a physical
lies,
model?
lies,
Is that a
lies, and
physical
more
model?
lies.
Yeah. Well, they take a gravity.
So I don't know
meter
if
and they
you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Metatron. Metatron is that Italian guy. He looks like a rocker. He looks not a rocker, but he looks like a metalhead, which he is apparently. He's got a pretty big channel. He's got like 1 million subs on his channel. So he came out the other day, and he's an Italian. He's half British, half Italian. He sounds like. Came out the other day, and he's talking mess about the flat Earth and everything, right? And then on his channel, I was like, okay. And it didn't. He said, well, if the Earth is flat, why is there? And the same old argument. Why does everything in the sky look like a ball? Why is it round?
It's always the
And then
sky. Why are they looking at the sky
it's
for the time?
he doesn't know. He doesn't know. So I was like, oh man. I said, bro. So I was talking about him. Right? I wasn't talking bad about him. I was just like, it's the same argument that we hear from everybody else. He doesn't know. He came on the show. Well, he didn't come on the panel, but he came on. He was like, hey, I'm willing to listen. And I was like, yeah, if you're willing to listen, because it just sounds like you're not familiar with what's going on. You just hear the other argument. You hear your argument, which is, I was like, it's cool. I was like, maybe I'm not the one to deliver to you the flat Earth. Maybe you need somebody that's going to be a little bit more patient. And I'm okay with that, right? I don't want to be like, oh, fuck them. They're all wrong. Fuck it. It's flat. That's it. No, that's not how we do it with people like that. People that are willing to listen, they need somebody or a group of somebodies to give it to them a different way. And so, I definitely want to enlist you guys, other people out there that can give it to them in a way in which, because he's a metalhead, I kind of assumed that he wasn't into church, but no, he's a Christian as well. So, if you guys want to give it to him, he said he'd love to come up on the show and jump up on the panel. And me, I would just shut the hell up. Usually I'm very vocal. But in this instance, I would shut up so you guys could at least show him how it is he could see it for himself and he could understand that it's flat. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured I'd put that out there for y'all.
I'm sure Roger would be cool with that. I'm sure I would be there. But yeah, send them this way. Flats would be as well. Flats too.
Oh no, that changes so much. Where it's like if they're willing to listen, we would love to talk about it.
Oh, totally.
We're just tired of talking about it to the same anti-flat earthers.
Yes. They know because to a degree they know. Yeah, they know. They just like to make content. This is why they need us to partake in their debates that don't wind up going anywhere. Nobody gets anything out of it. There is no benefit to the debate, so it's a waste of time. And because this is a way for them to make money, my thing is, I'm not here to make money. My thing is, we need the truth. It's not a joke anymore. Like, this shit isn't a game. We need the truth. This isn't aliens or space creatures or nothing. This is where we live. Because nobody knows where they live, they do things like the Coco. We just went through that. And it's like, I think people need to see why it is these truths are important. Because I was talking to somebody the other day, and she couldn't understand why the flat Earth is important. And she didn't believe that the earth was flat. And my thing was, you know what? You need to see the earth for yourself. Somebody else needs to talk to you about the flat earth. It ain't me. I'm going to lose my patience with you. I'm going to keep it real, but you need to see this place for yourself. When you see it for just like Romans chapter 1 verse 20 says it the best way. As soon as you see this place, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but as soon as you see this place, there's no excuse why you don't believe. You have no excuse. So I was basically telling that girl the same thing. I said, you have to see it for yourself. I can't try to take you there. I can't bring you there because you'll deny me anyway, which I don't care if you deny me, but you have to see it for yourself. So guys like that with those big channels, they need other people that could demonstrate to him what this place isn't. So then that way he could see it for himself. Because I know I have a hard time with my patience. That's my thing. So I'm keeping it real though, man. I just keep it real, man.
Fair play. Right. Cool. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to get going. There's no point in me doing the rest of that video now. I think it was just, we did it. We had a good conversation after that. I'm glad we had that conversation. Brilliant conversation.
Totally.
That was a nice huddle.
Definitely. I've just changed the title. I've put at the end of the title, Flat Earth Talking More, because there was, obviously, it was a good conversation. That's half of the stream. Pretty much. Quarter of the stream. So great talking to you. I'm glad you've come on. Fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Just
Hell
before
yeah,
we
always
close
a
out,
pleasure.
Before we close out, Ranty would never have jumped sides, but for falling out with Nathan and John. Whatever happened in that argument, he wouldn't have swapped sides. Yeah. He lost a lot of his support and friendship when he fell out with them over the light and buckyballs and all that bollocks.
Well, you do. Yeah, Nathan says Ranty was good for nothing, doesn't he?
Yeah, Nathan and Ranty never really had a common ground to start with. I don't think.
I liked Ranty to a certain degree. I didn't like it when he was whining about money and that, but YouTubers do sometimes do that.
Is this Nathan? Is this Nathan Oakley you guys are talking about?
Nathan Oakley. Yeah.
Isn't he I like him. Isn't he he's like the really mean, like direct flatter?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I like him.
The one who really gets under some of the anti-flat earthers.
Yeah. I like him. I'm like, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, my second channel's name, he gave me the title for it, Welcome to Flat Earth.
Yeah, see? I like him.
I'm actually going to play out with Harry Mark, but he's not rapping this time, he's playing drums. So let's play out with that. Anything else, guys, before we go?
Why not? God bless and take care, everyone.
Bless you guys.
Yeah. God bless y'all. Y'all be safe.
Bless you guys. Thanks for coming in. It's been
much love, y'all. God bless.
Right, let's play out with Harry Mark. Playing drums for a change.
Peace.
I didn't know he could. Let's do it. Well, yeah. I've put the link in for tomorrow's stream. Well, it's today's stream. It's literally 12 hours away. 11 hours and 50 minutes away. Epstein, stop. Oh, wrong one. What the hell? What? Where is it? Disappeared. I can't see it. Here we go now. What the heck? I couldn't see it wasn't playing. What? Right, here we go. It's still playing in the background. Why?
I kind of hear it, yeah.
Right, now, right. It's
redo it.
Twice for some reason. I don't know why it came in twice. It's weird. Right, now. Here we go. Right. Something went wrong. I don't know what it was. It goes on for about 8 minutes.
Yeah. There's something up with YouTube, man. It ended one of my streams. I didn't end it.
I had a dream of that, that I was streaming and it ended for some reason, and I didn't end it, I had a dream of that. It's weird.
Yeah.
I know exactly when I fell asleep, honestly. That's weird, man.
Weird. Yeah. Strange.
So he doesn't just rap then.
Hey, yo, Tilburg, how y'all feeling right about now? I got one question for y'all, man. Can we play some old school classic jams for y'all tonight? Well, all right.
Be good with his freestyle if he did his drumming and freestyle. That'd be cool.
Ain't bad.
I wonder if he does.
We'll see.
It doesn't say that. It just says the title of it is just to plays the drums for whatever straight, you know. But it'd be nice.
Nice.
How many of y'all know this joint right here, man? You about to find out. Come on, hands up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. One time, yeah. You know the world is theirs. Come on, tell me. You know the world is theirs. Yeah. Come on, yeah. So it's yours. So it's yours. Y'all ready? Kicking lyrics off the top of the mind. People paying close attention when I'm rocking my rhyme. I'm getting down, they love the sound, know what the flow is profound. Oceanic with it, we making the beat drown. I get busy, make their heads spin till they dizzy. Used to pop up at the party, they say who is he now? They all know when I'm on the dome with the L words. Had to get it poppin' when we rocking out in Tilburg. Come on, y'all know we brought them clever jams. I forever go ham when I'm up in the Netherlands. I prove I am the man. Piece of all the peeps that travel here from Amsterdam, and all the locals and fans that came from across the global to get down with the live vocals. I know I came to improvise. I'm synthesizing all the information. No Mac is winning the game by every indication. We never losing, constantly improving. Locked in with the track, and they know the flow is moving. I'm rapping while I be drumming. When it becoming a lyrics is something they never seen before. Cause when they be spitting, the people know he's too raw. I'm breaking it down with the crazy sound when I'm laying it down for the people that's listening. Shining whenever I'm rhyming, they know that I'm listening. Doing the shit that I feel when my truth is prepared. Jazz, take them back. Come on, I said, whose world is this? The world is yours. Come on, I know the world is yours. I said, whose world is this? The world is yours. Listen, it's the anomaly tour. I said, whose world is this? The world is yours. Tilburg, I know the world is yours. I said, whose world is this? Tilburg, what y'all know about this classic West Coast shit right here? Y'all ready?
I'm gonna get a copyright on that, but let's see what happens. Might be okay because he's playing the drums too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Might be okay. Just the tune. Yeah, 3 minutes. Should be fine. There we go. That was good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was different. Well, he didn't really rap as much as he normally does.
Yeah, he didn't.
He's probably winded from beating the skins too. So
it's all good. Right, bless guys. I will see you in about 11 and a half hours. Something like that.
Oh, that's a long time.
Bless you guys. Hear the sunset. It's free. It's free.
Indeed.
Indeed.